WTOP 10 presents the Student Association Debate. Here is Maddie Durant.
Hello and welcome everyone to the 2023 SUNY Oswego Student Association Presidential Debate. I'm Maddie Durant and I will be your moderator today. So let's get into the rules of the debate. Each candidate will start by giving a 1-minute opening statement, and after that I will ask a series of questions for each candidate. They will each get 1 minute and 30 seconds to respond. At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 1 minute for a closing statement. We ask that the candidates stay civil in their responses. And with that, it is time to meet the candidates. Our first candidate is the SA Senator at Large, Dylan DeShenzi, and our second candidate running for president is Austin Davis. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get started with your opening statements. You're each going to have 1 minute, and Dylan, you're up first.
Hi guys, you probably have met me in some way or form, have at least seen me I'm a senator, and I have been a senator for the last 3 years in SA. I've wanted to be president for a little while now, and I hope to represent you all as much as I've been representing you all still. Not really.
Okay, thank you so much. And Austin, your opening statement?
Hi, my name is Austin. I'm from Peru, New York, just south of Plattsburgh. I'm here as a dual major in economics and philosophy, politics, and economics with a minor in business administration. For other activities that I do here on campus, for student involvement, player on the men's tennis team. I also coach the women's ACHA Division II club hockey team. And then last semester I was a staffer for WTOP Oswego, a civic engagement course.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we're going to get right into the questions for you. So our first question, Austin can start on the answer for this. Could you talk about your goals for the office? What do you want to get done? What's your philosophy coming into the position? Just what's your overall goal for this?
Yeah, absolutely. Possibly my loftiest goal as president I'd like to improve the safety on our campus. It's been brought to my attention by a number of people that some people don't feel quite as safe at night walking around campus, whether it's back from the library or wherever. We do have the Rave Guardian app, and that's something great. It's a great improvement and something that our school has installed. Though many people either A, don't have the app installed, B, may not know the university police phone number on campus to call in case of an emergency. So I feel like bringing back like a blue light system that we see at a lot of other SUNY schools and other private schools as well would be a great implementation. As for my philosophy coming into this position, keeping a very open mind with it. I'm a very person who likes to hear all sides of the story. I like to hear everybody's views at least once and give everybody a chance. And I really understand all perspectives of a story before taking action.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And Dylan, your turn, same question. Can you talk about your goals for the office, what you want to get done, and what your philosophy coming into this position is?
So I want to find a way for student leaders and organizations to be able to speak to and be acknowledged by the SUNY Oswego administration. Because I've heard from a lot of people that they have a lot of frustrations regarding safety and their own well-being and certain speakers coming to town and stuff like that. And it's not really up to SA to decide these sorts of things. It's more or less up to the SUNY Oswego administration to decide these things. And so I want to try and facilitate a proper environment where students are able to speak their mind freely and openly and to be acknowledged by the SUNY Oswego administration. Additionally, safety is a really important thing for me, and I want to make sure this campus is a safe place for everybody on campus, regardless of who you are or what you are. I want to make sure that all organizations on campus feel welcome and acknowledged and respected by SA, and that everyone has a chance to shine.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And the next question we have, oh, I'm sorry. We'll actually be going to a break really quick, but we will be back so soon. Thank you for joining us. Stay right with us.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, your TV. Thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like,
No.
what do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Matthew, broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 2023 Student Association Presidential Debate. Let's jump right back into the questions. Okay, so our second question, Dylan, you're going to begin with this one. Many student clubs and organizations on campus are concerned about budget issues. Taking into account the needs of each different club and organization, how will you run this process, and how will you make sure that the allocation of funds is equitable?
That's a very good question. So last year I was a part of the Budget Council. This year I wasn't because I was chair of Involvement Committee, and so I couldn't be a part of Budget Council at all. But I try to inform clubs that I work with and know, and every club that I come into contact with about budget season happening, and I try to give them pointers and heads up and tips to make sure that the budgets they submit are well received by Budget Committee, because I know what they like and what they don't like. And then additionally, I try to help them out if they have any questions regarding the Budget Council, regarding their budgets, and if they can change it in some way or form. Following that, I hope that, I'm trying to find the words for this, sorry. To make sure the budgets are equitable and everything like that, I want to make sure that we look at the budgets we receive in Budget Council reasonably and equally, and with the same amount of respect we give to every other club on campus. And we would define our reasons as to why we make the decisions we do very well and very reasonably.
Okay, great, thank you so much. And Austin, your answer to the question.
Yes. Going into the position, obviously, I'd have to take a look and see how the budget's being allocated now and what improvements need to be made. Understandably, every organization requires funding and all that, and that there are certain organizations that are in desperate need. Others may have a little extra money at the end of the year. So it's about finding, I think, who needs what and all that, and just allocating better allocation of resources. So of course that will come with seeing what Budget Committee and how they like their budgets and everything. And of course I would be more than supportive of any organization that came to me asking for help on the budget or advice, how to improve it to make it better, well received to the Budget Committee, and helping them get the resources that they need for their organization.
Great, thank you so much. And we do have a follow-up question to that previous question. Austin, you'll begin on this one. I know you both mentioned that you have previous experience working with the Student Association and other organizations on campus. Could you describe a little bit more about your involvement with these clubs and organizations and how you think that these will make you a strong and effective leader?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So as previously mentioned, I play on the men's tennis team. I've been doing that since freshman year. Other organizations that I've been a part of include Alpha Phi Omega, a community service honors fraternity on campus that's co-ed, as well as coaching being the goalie coach for the ACHA women's hockey team. Between all that, and as well as WTOP Oswego with civic engagement on campus, I feel like it's made me a very well-rounded person between both athletics, civic engagement, as I mentioned, but then also a little bit of Greek life. I feel like I have a very well understanding of different aspects and how different organizations lead and how they create their leadership. So I feel like that, because of that well-roundedness, makes me a strong candidate.
Great, thank you so much. And Dylan, your turn?
So I've been a senator for like the last 3 years, so I'm very familiar with how SA works on the inside and on the outside. Additionally, I've been a part of many different organizations on campus, including but not limited to the Atlantic Planning Committee, 2.5, Black Student Union. I mean, I've really been a part of them, but I've attended their programs every single week from here on out, and I've been trying to make it to every single meeting I possibly can. And I don't really come home until 9 p.m., so I know what it's like to struggle. And I'm very familiar with all the orgs on campus, and I try to go out to a lot of programs and events to support. And yeah.
Great, thank you. Okay, and on to our next question. Dylan, this will be your question to answer first. SUNY Oswego is soon set to get a new president. As the president of the Student Association, how are you going to work with the new president to make sure that all students are represented at SUNY Oswego?
So back to like my prior statement I made about like my big goal of trying to find a way to facilitate a conversation and like a forum between the SUNY Oswego administration and the student body and student leaders and all that sorts of stuff. I wanted to try to do that first to ensure that students are heard and acknowledged by the people who matter most on this campus, honestly. And if that all fails, I will still listen and advocate for student leaders on campus, regardless of who they say or who they say it towards. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Okay, Austin, your response.
Yes. So I've personally attended a couple of the info sessions and student Q&A sessions for the new president, all of which look very promising. And I've had conversations with all of them so far, whether it be remote or in person for the ones I was able to make it to. You know, being with Vote Oswego last semester really allowed me to introduce myself to the administration here on campus. So I think being in a presidential role for a student association and for all students, really strengthening those bonds between the students and the administration here on campus.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And for our next question, we'll have Dylan answer first. Attitude really is everything in this job, especially. You're going to be working with people who you may not agree with. How will you approach situations like this, and what kind of attitude do you plan to bring into the position?
I will try to be as reasonable as possible when dealing with different opinions, and I'll try to hear them out and listen to them. I'm known to be pretty nonchalant about most things, but I think deeply about what I say and how I say things all the time, so much so that I more often than not just give nonverbal like gestures and like ways of speaking. I don't really talk that often. So I try to keep a positive attitude though, and also one of reason and of like we can do this, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Austin?
Yeah, so I'm a big believer in the idea that everybody's always able to work together. Two sides should always be able to come and agree on at least something. So between my personality and then also as in the nature of my philosophy, politics, and economics major, those two combined, like I really like to hear all sides of the story. I'm very hesitant to act on something where if it's brought to me and like somebody's like, okay, here's this, here, like this is what like my perspective or something like that, is always kind of nice to hear. Okay, well let's hear the other person's perspective. Want to hear both sides because between the two there's always common ground. So I'm very hesitant to act on just like a quick out of the blue statement or something like that. So I'm very patient, very laid back, as Dylan is. And yeah, between that and then also like the ability to recognize that there's common ground between everyone. There's really no need to argue and clash with everyone that you meet. You know, you can work well together. And that's what I'd like to do as president, is really just kind of unite the student body as one.
Great, thank you so much. And for our next question, we do have a quick lightning round one. Could you keep your answers to 45 seconds or less, please? A little bit of a challenge, but I think you guys can do it. What is your favorite part of SUNY Oswego, and what is one thing that you would fix if you could? Oh, I'm so sorry. Dylan will start on this one.
My favorite part about SUNY Oswego is meeting all the different people and different organizations on campus. If I could improve one aspect, though, I would probably improve the SUNY Oswego bylaws regarding hate speech on campus. It's really weird that hate speech is sort of allowed on campus in some way or form, and I've been trying to fight against that for a while now.
Okay, great. Thank you. Austin?
I mean, one thing I like is the options that are available to students on campus. Students are able to join over 200 organizations on campus, and to even create their own. On my way in here, I saw the poker club, and I was like, wow, I've never seen that before. And so I think it's great that students are able to come up with their own organizations and really like express themselves and like have a good time with each other. Something I would fix on campus, kind of going back to what I mentioned earlier, was the safety. You know, installing just a new method or something to keep students safe on campus, make them at least feel safer going out at night, because all students deserve to feel safe and be comfortable in their environment, and that's where students really excel, is when they're comfortable in their environment.
Great, well thank you so much for both of your responses, and that's all for the second part of our debate. Stay tuned, we'll be back for more.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
And welcome back to the 2023 Student Association Presidential Debate. Let's hear our final two questions of the night. Our first one, Dylan, you're going to start. A lot of the time, the students feel that their voices are not heard by the faculty. How will you make sure that students' voices are heard by people in power? And could you please answer this in 30 seconds or less?
So I already work with and talk to a lot of student leaders on campus about a lot of different things. And one of those things is the things you just mentioned. So I will try to advocate for those student leaders on campus and raise their voice on my platform, and be able to try and speak to faculty and other advisors and other SUNY Oswego administrative staff to make sure that their voices are heard, because I am also very tired of not having my voice heard as a senator more often than not. And I completely understand them and feel them.
All right, thank you so much. Austin?
Yeah, so obviously most important thing is for students to reach out to faculty first, and because there's nothing like hearing it directly from the students to begin with. That establishes a strong connection between the students and the faculty. However, of course, there are times where my role would come in as kind of that liaison between the student body as a whole and the administration or faculty. With that said, I would love to, as president, I would love to have an open door policy where students are able to come in whenever they please. Also, email, I would encourage students to email me with any issues they have, and I'd be prompt with reaching out to faculty within a timely manner, of course.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, and so for our last question of the night, this semester we did see students speaking up and protesting on both sides of the aisle. The issues that these protests surrounded tended to be very divisive, with a lot of students feeling uncomfortable on the campus. And as president, how would you approach an issue where students feel their voices are not being heard, and how would you provide students on the opposite side of an issue the opportunity to have their voices heard equally? And Austin, you can start with this one.
Yeah, of course. So all students deserve to have their voices heard. No one group should be put over the other. So in this role, it's a really balancing role where you're keeping the balance between power, between student bodies and everything. As I've said earlier, I believe all students should be able to come together and unite and be one with each other and be peaceful. Though, of course, debate and disagreement, of course, is always something that we face as students. So really, I'd be in that balancing role, making sure everybody has a chance to express their feelings, express their point of view, so we can all be heard and make accurate decisions.
Okay, thank you. And Dylan, your response.
So I was involved with the protest that happened regarding Charisse Trump, and I was protesting as well alongside with the students. And I really want to make sure that students' voices are heard regarding this kinds of stuff. Regarding the second part of that question, I do believe that students on the opposite side do deserve to have their voice heard, and I will try to, as president, hear them out, listen to them, and levy with them in some regard. Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much for both of your responses. We are going to move on to the closing statements for this debate, and you're each going to get 1 minute for your response. Dylan, you'll be first.
Hey guys, I'm sorry if I didn't really introduce myself that well during the beginning part, but I'm Dylan. I'm a third-year student here at SUNY Oswego. You've probably met me or seen me in some way or form around campus. I'm a zoology major, and I've been in part of SA for the last 3 years, and I've been fighting for you guys ever since then. I'm a big Sade fan. I love Juan Zones, and I have an ex-law named Seymour. Please vote for me.
Great. Thank you so much. Austin, your closing statement?
Yes, so I hope you all get out and get a chance to vote this coming Thursday and Friday. Again, just to reiterate, for myself, I'm a huge believer in balance, equality, and then also I hope to bring a new perspective to this office. I'm aware of some of the aspects of SA, but I'm not as much of an expert as others on this campus. So but given my experience with other organizations and the well-roundedness, I hope to bring a new perspective to it and hopefully improve SA for the better. Always looking for improvement in any way possible. There's always something we can improve.
All right, well, thank you both so much. And we do have one more question. I think this is the most important question of the night. What is your favorite one zone and why? Whoever can start. I guess, Austin, you can start. You look like you're ready.
Can't can't remember the specific name, but the meat lovers are, it might be the lumberjack, I think. That's my absolute favorite. I go with it every time.
That's quite the fun name. Is that what attracted you to the Wanzone? Was it the name?
I think I looked at the menu, honestly. Looked at the menu, see what I liked, and went from there. I explored a little bit, of course, my first year here on campus, but after finding that one, I was like, oh, that's it.
All right, very fair. And Dylan, what about you? What's your favorite Wanzone?
So I'm like an actual artisan when it comes to Wanzones. So every single week or so, not every single week, but every single time I have a performance as a model on campus. So I would say like the last example being ASO's Battle of the Designers. Immediately after that, I went home and ordered a specially Wanzone, like the cheese one, and I ordered it with bacon, and then I ordered also with it one of the dessert calzones with the Oreo filling and stuff, and I ordered like 2 of the cannolis, and they're like really, really good.
Sounds quite good. All right, well, thank you
great.
guys so much for joining me tonight, and we really appreciate having you here. Polls for the Student Association will be opening on Thursday, April 27th at 8 a.m. and will be open until Friday, April 28th at 4 p.m. And these 2 candidates will be on the ballot for president, and on the ballot for vice president will be Otega Adjo. To vote, students need to sign into Laker Life. Only SA fee-paying students for the spring semester will be able to complete the vote, so please remember to do this starting Thursday morning on lakerlife.oswego.edu. And that's going to do it for the 2023 Student Association Presidential Debate. I'm your moderator, Maddie Durant, and from all of us here at WTOP 10, thank you for watching.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Tonight on WTOP 10 Nightly News, the Student Association Presidential Debate happened here in the studio.
And new data reveals that Oswego County is ranked among highest as something that can be considered problematic.
And WTOP 10 reporter Thomas Caffarella was at the protest today that swept through campus.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Damon Fletcher.
And I'm Rocio Trasancos.
Hours ago, WTOP hosted Student Association Presidential Debate in studio. There are 2 candidates running for president. Dylan DeCenzi and Austin Davis responded to a series of questions over a half hour of a live broadcast. Among many questions that were asked, security on campus is something both candidates are concerned with.
So I feel like bringing back like a blue light system that we see at a lot of other SUNY schools and other private schools as well would be a great implementation.
Additionally, safety is a really important thing for me, and I want to make sure this campus is a safe place for everybody on campus, regardless of who you are or what you are.
If you would like one of these two candidates to represent the student body, you can cast your vote April 27 beginning at 8 a.m. and you can vote until Friday at 4 p.m. on the Laker Live website.
The SUNY Oswego students of PRL 318 will be hosting an After the Lake panel event to discuss what life is like during post-graduation. The event will include a panel discussion led by student Ricky Strachan, along with speakers such as public relations professional and Professor Lindsay McCluskey, career coach Megan Mazzacone, and life coach Mary Busk. The After the Lake panel discussion will begin at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, April 26th. Faculty members, professors, and students walked across campus today demanding for an agreement to be made between the United University Professions Union and the state of New York.
As Sir Thomas Caffarella reports, the crowd was proud and vocal, advocating for their rights being employed at a higher education institution.
Alyssa Carl is one of many faculty members who are fed up.
To recognize those of us who've been in this salt mine for a while, right?
Many SUNY professors have been working under expired contracts for over a year, and Oswego professors are standing up against it.
We're here to be visible, to send a message that we are ready for the state and for SUNY to come to a deal on a new contract for all of us.
The contract expired July 1st of last year, leaving faculty members in the dark from New York State for over 21 months. The contract before immediately renewed after its expiration date, ensuring all union members were protected.
This matters to all of us. We are 38,000 people, and so we need to show up everywhere we possibly can.
And what do they want?
Well, we want to have, decent gains in compensation, job security, telecommuting, and a number of other issues that our members have identified that we're still working on at the table.
For now, advocating is as much as the thousands of union members can do as they wait for the state to respond to their demands. Thomas Caffarella, WTOP 10.
We have reached out to the Governor's Office of Employee Relations, and we have not heard back at this time.
Mayor Billy Barlow is inviting Oswego residents on Twitter to swear in the next Oswego City Court Judge, Tim Kirwan. The event is free and open to the public. It will take place tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. at Oswego City Hall in the Common Council Chambers.
Oswego County has recently been ranked one of the least healthy counties in New York State. According to a report by the County Health Rankings and Roadmaps, Oswego County is ranked 49th out of the 62 counties in New York State. Some suggest the health decrease in the county coexists with the poverty rate increase in Oswego County. The poverty rate has risen over 17% since the year 2020.
The Governor's Traffic System Committee presented their 2023 No Empty Chair campaign, which runs this week through Friday. The purpose of the campaign is to encourage safe and responsible driving among teens and prevent crashes, so that every student can be safe and present in graduation day. Oswego County Police state that the campaign will focus on cell phone use and texting, safe stopping, and impaired driving.
At least 2 Central New Yorkers are stuck in Sudan as hostility continues to grow in the African nation. Office of Representatives Brandon Williams says he is aware and is actively working with the United Nations and has put them in contact with the U.S. State Department in an effort to bring them home. If you or a loved one knows anyone who is stuck in Sudan, please contact Representative Williams' office. For more information on the conflict, please visit cnycentral.com.
Greek Peaks has announced a $1 million investment in skyride improvement for the upcoming season. Marking their 65th anniversary at Central New York Home Mountain, some of the main infrastructure developments are a new snow-making pipe and airline on Hercules, new 57H KD snow guns, and new hydrants. In year 3 of their 5-year plan, this new project enables them to put the equivalent of 16.5 football fields with a foot of snow in a day period.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Zeke Keldon.
We have talked about skiing. I sure hope we won't be ready to shred slopes anytime soon, Zeke.
Well, actually, there may be snow in some parts of the region tonight, although definitely not enough to go out on the slopes this late in April. But it was cool outside today. You're not wrong. It was well below normal temperatures today. We'll be looking at some showers, rain, and snow in parts of the region tomorrow and all over the forecast for the next 7 days. And I'll let you know what the upcoming dry days are when you won't have to take your rain jacket with you. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be too many days for the next week. I'll have my full forecast after the break. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up later tonight, the Republican National Committee respond to the President Biden's bid for re-election.
And melting of record snowfall in the upper Midwest is threatening several states with flooding.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
Team 10 meteorologist Zeke Calden here. In my Zeke Peak forecast before the break, I told you it was pretty cool outside today. How cool really was it? Well, we got up to a high of 49 today. Average is 58, so almost 10 degrees below average. And that low there, 34, was near the record of 29 degrees in 1995, nowhere near the high of 80 degrees that we had at this time last year. And looking at the low temperatures tonight, it's going to be staying up in the upper 30s tonight, so it's going to feel a little bit cool for this time of the year in late April. 37 in Oswego, 36 in Mexico. Around the state tonight, back in my hometown of Albany and down there in the Hudson Valley, mostly moon and clouds, but then as we get over here into the western regions, it's all rain and snow. It'll come in from the southwest, so you'll see it in Buffalo, and Bath will be getting a bath tonight as we see rain and snow come up through the region, up into Oswego into the late morning. So taking a look at tomorrow's bus stop forecast, after school you're definitely going to want to bring the umbrella, because that is when the rain is going to be coming down the hardest, and it's also going to be pretty cold at 39 degrees. And then coming back home, 46 degrees, so a little bit warmer, but showers could still be coming down. Otherwise, it'll still be gloomy. So definitely want to bring your kids out to the bus stop with a jacket tomorrow. Looking at our future cast, so tomorrow, we're going to see this low pressure trough coming in, which will bring us that rain. But then looking ahead to Thursday, we see this high pressure come in, and that'll actually bring us some pleasant weather for a little bit at least. So taking a look at tomorrow, we'll see those showers, 46 degrees, but we will see calm winds, which is nice, and we will see those calm winds continue as we go into tomorrow night. with 35 degrees, partly cloudy. And then it'll get a tad bit warmer Thursday with 53 degrees, and we'll still see those calm winds. So we're going to see those cooler temperatures actually stick around for a while. We're still cooler than average for our 6 to 10 day outlook. And then after Thursday, it's back into the rain as we see showers through the weekend and most of next week. And those temperatures are not going to be too forgiving, still in the 50s. Sunday will get up to 62, but otherwise mostly rain for the forecast. Zeke has reached his peak. Back to the desk.
Today, President Biden announces his bid for re-election 4 years on the same day after his announcement for his bid in 2020 election. President Biden says in the previous election, quote, "We were in the battle for the soul of America, and we still are," end quote. Meanwhile, the Republican National Committee quickly responds with an ad showing images of what-if scenarios. If President Biden is reelected for 4 more years, this ad was completely generated by artificial intelligence, causing concerns for a dangerous new trend and potential misinformation that can stem from this election.
Bethany Fung, one of the roommates who survived a grisly murder scene in the University of Idaho that left 4 students dead, is resisting a subpoena by the suspect Brian Koberger's attorneys to testify as his witness. Ms. Fung's attorney filed a motion to block the subpoena, arguing that there has not been a preliminary hearing before the subpoena was issued. Brian Koberger is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder and may face the death penalty if found guilty. With warmer weather, snowfall is melting, causing the Mississippi River to rise and threaten surrounding states. Laura Aguirre has more on how residents are preparing together to protect their towns.
People need help, so we're glad to get down here and lend a hand.
In states like Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa, people are pitching in to keep the mighty Mississippi River at bay. In Fountain City, Wisconsin, the coming hours will test their efforts.
The water is going to crest. We're predicting Tuesday night, so we have more water on the way.
Recent warm temperatures across the upper Midwest are melting snow and swelling the river. Some rural areas and waterfront parks are already underwater. The river is at 19 feet in Lake City, Minnesota, the highest point since 2001.
Now the concern is getting up, when do you pull the trailers? Does it happen, at 19 and a half, 20?
Residents here are preparing to move their homes to higher ground, not knowing when they might be able to return.
I'm concerned about my neighbors and my friends.
The river is not expected to crest in parts of Wisconsin and Iowa until later this week or even into next, meaning many towns may see flooded areas and washed out roads for days.
If there are roads that have been barricaded or blocked off, to not drive around those barricades and to never cross roads that are flooded.
For now, filling sandbags and helping neighbors will continue.
Seeing the way the community gets together and just finds out what they need to do and does it is really great to see.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Forecasters warn that southern states may also see significant flooding in the following weeks.
British American Tobacco Marketing Singapore and its parent company reach a settlement with the U.S. Department of Justice. The 2 companies will pay more than $600 million for violation the U.S. sanctions policy against North Korea by selling their tobacco products to the nation. Prosecutors allege that the money from the tobacco sales helped the North Korea's weapons programs.
The Japanese company iSpace presumes they lost their spacecraft after a failed moon landing attempt. After a 3-month trek that started in December, contact was lost with the craft Hakuto R. It was lost seconds before its scheduled landing, where it may have crashed or suffered a crippling malfunction. iSpace says they could not confirm a successful landing of their spacecraft on the moon and have to presume that the mission is lost.
Stay tuned to hear why Apple was brought to court.
And find out why the U.S. is unprepared for another pandemic.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Here is your consumer and health update. Next time you're at the grocery store, you might notice the Coke-owned branding Simply or Minute Maid on fruit. The company has reached a licensing agreement with Fruitra, a global sales and marketing network that supplies high-quality fruit in the coming months. You might see clementines, lemons, and limes with the Simply logo, or grapes with the Minute Maid one.
In a ruling Monday night, Circuit Court sided with Apple in its case against Fortnite developer Epic Games. It found Apple doesn't violate antitrust laws by requiring developers to use its proprietary payment systems. The company says it does so for security and privacy. The three-judge panel does set the way Apple distributes apps hurts competition, but says it's not monopolistic. It adds that Epic Games failed to provide a better option.
New data from the CDC suggests that all work and no play can actually lead to poorer mental health, and those whose jobs offer less flexibility or predictability can suffer the most.
Americans spend a lot of time on work.
It just permeates our entire life.
And that can take a toll, especially under tough conditions.
Working conditions can have a tremendous impact on our mental health.
A new report out Tuesday from the CDC reveals in 2021, about 1 in every 37 working adults aged 18 to 64 experienced serious psychological distress severe enough to require treatment. The rates significantly higher for those who reported they had to work when physically ill, as well as for those who did not have access to paid sick leave. Likewise, people with late night or rotating shifts, inflexible schedules, and inconsistent pay also reported poor mental health.
People need to have a sense of agency in their lives.
Dr. Dennis Stoley of the American Psychological Association says a key reason behind the distress is a need for both predictability and flexibility.
Where people have the ability to both be able to count on fundamental things like that they're going to be able to pay their bills with their next paycheck.
His advice for employers: don't choose between economic productivity and caring for employees. The two go hand in hand.
A sense of psychological safety in a workplace increases productivity, increases innovation, increases retention, and they have a positive impact on their economic bottom line.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Research is still being done, but is searching for a job, consider the consequences on your mental health.
Although our environment can influence our mental health, new evidence suggests that fried foods can also cause poor physical and mental health. A study from China found eating fried foods increased a person's risk for anxiety and depression. Researchers found a 12% higher risk for anxiety and a 7% higher risk for depression, and it's still unclear if the fried foods trigger mental health issues or if people with depression and anxiety turn to fried foods for comfort.
Dozens of bipartisan experts in the COVID crisis group are behind a book out Tuesday called Lessons from the COVID War. The book says the CDC wasn't built or prepared for a national health emergency, and it notes other problems involving data. Those include the government's use of ERs to track initial cases and private companies to reluctance on shared critical information. The assessment also recommends better international surveillance and stronger biosecurity regulations. Coming up in sports, Jolie Santiago.
Jolie, can you give us a quick preview?
You know I can. Empire 8 All-Conference announced some Oswego Lakers. Men's track and field placed this weekend, and the outcomes of today's doubleheader. Stay tuned for all this and more after the break.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man. Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Welcome back to WTOP 10. I am Julie Santiago with your local sports report. Let's see what Lakers and others are up to. Late last week, 4 Oswego golfers earned Empire 8 All-Conference. The conference says its members are committed to the pursuit of academic excellence. Lakers Ryan Fecko, Jake Owens, Oliver Walland, and Tyler Donahue were all selected All-Conference in the 2022 to 2023 season. 2 Lakers earned first team, 1 on the second team, and 1 on the third team. Oliver Walland was also named the Empire 8 Sportsman of the Year for the Lakers. Today, men's golf is at Elmira Spring Invitational in Elmira, New York. You know, last time we covered track and field, they were excited for the University at Buffalo Invitational. Well, on Saturday, men's track and field earned silver in the invite. Aiden Harrington won the 200-meter dash, came in third for the 400-meter dash, and finished in the top 10 in the men's 100-meter dash. Harrington, Alex Reyes, Daniel Mars, and Matthew Brodnax finished second in the 4x100-meter relay. Today, they are at the Central New York Cortland Invite, going for the gold. Oswego baseball played a doubleheader today against Clarkson University and won both to make their record 17-15. Lakers said welcome to the Lake Show with these wins. The first game brought in a 4-1 score. Jacob Levine, Emil Sander, Jake Van Derizen all scored in the first game. The 4:30 p.m. game ended 6-2. Brian Brzozowski, Jacob Levine, Emil Sander, Jelani Hamer, and Stefan Haglund all scored on RBIs. Lakers will play Oneonta on Friday at home. Moving on to the majors, New York Yankees lost to the Minnesota Twins last night. It was 6-1 in Game 1 of the 3-game series. Gleyber Torres scored at the top of the 9th, but it was not enough. Aaron Boone says, quote, "We're the Yankees, and we've got to find a way to do a little better than that." Currently, left-hand pitcher Nestor Cortez is starting for New York. Let's see how that unfolds tonight. Taking it to the ice, last night the New York Rangers went head-to-head against the New York Devils at Madison Square Garden. First period, Jack Hughes of the Devils scored the ice-breaking goal of the night 2 minutes and 50 seconds in. Hughes made a nice forehand goal to trip up Shesterkin. Second period was a defensive clinic by both teams. Even earlier in the third period, it is 1-0 Devils. Vincent Trocheck of the Rangers scored a goal, tying the game 1-1. The fans were electric. Minutes later, Siegenthaler of the Devils scored a bar-down goal. 2-1 Devils. Now that made everyone go crazy. Well, not for good reasons, but the goal was just great. With 30 seconds left in the third, it is 2-1 Devils. Andre Palat of the Devils scores on an empty net. Rangers' Barclay Goodrow laid out for the save, but it was too late. The game ended 3-1 Devils. It was the fourth game of the 7-game series. The series is now tied 2-2. Game 5 is on Thursday at the Prudential Center, Devils home. And there were actually 18,000 roaring fans in attendance. I mean, that's pretty cool. I wish I was there at some point. Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's a lot of people coming out for those Islanders and those Devils for sure. Great series that we have going on there. I know some guys that are holding out hope. So Mattel introduced a new Barbie representing a person with Down syndrome.
For an accurate representation, Mattel says it worked with the National Down Syndrome Society on the doll-shaped clothing, accessories, and packaging. The Barbie features a shorter frame and longer torso.
The doll also has a rounder face, smaller ears, a flat nasal bridge, and slightly slanted eyes.
The doll is part of the Barbie Fashionistas line, which aims to offer kids more diverse representations of beauty and fight the stigma around physical disabilities.
Great. Yeah. It's a good story, and that's all for our report tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for Dom's Dinner Bell.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.
Stay classy, Oswego.
Good night.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a closer with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
It's April, which that means that summer's right around the corner. Baseball season is already underway, the sunsets are getting later, and summertime barbecues are getting even closer. What summer also means, especially for Central New York, is the New York State Fair. But the New York State Fair doesn't happen until late August into September. So what if you're really feeling that fair-style food before the State Fair comes to town? What if you don't want to pay for that fair-style food? Today, we're going to be cooking a Central New York favorite, chicken speedy sandwiches with loaded French fries and State Fair style lemonade. Go wash up and get ready to eat, because you're watching Dom's Dinner Bell. So before we get cooking, I would just like to give a big thank you to everybody who has supported me and helped me out through the entire process of this show, especially during its first season. I expect there to be a second, but a big thank you to my family, mom and dad. Thank you so much for watching every week. My wonderful girlfriend Jess, her friends Madeline and Sienna, they have a watch party every time. I really appreciate it. They give me a lot of feedback that helps the show get better, and I just can't thank anybody enough for everything you've done for me during the process of this show. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's get cooking. What we're doing today are chicken Speedy sandwiches from the New York State Fair. So of course, you're gonna need your Speedy sauce. Now Speedy sauce is gonna be about $3.57 at Walmart. It's a little more expensive because it's a name brand. You're also gonna need chicken breasts. This pound cost me about $6.44 at Walmart. You're gonna need rolls as well. This bunch cost me $3.48 at Walmart. They're nice big hoagie rolls, soft too. We're gonna toast those up and put the Speedies on there. You're gonna need potatoes. There's only 4 here, but I got a big bag of them at Aldi for $2.99. You've also got lemons for our lemonade. The lemons only cost me 58 cents a piece at Walmart, so you can get a bunch of those for wicked cheap. For the loaded fries as well, you're going to need sliced cheese and bacon bits to really get that loaded feel, and a little bit of sugar for the lemonade. So now that we've got all our ingredients set, let's get things going because we got to oven bake those fries. So let's get cooking. We've done potatoes a handful of times on this show already, once. But what we're going to do is not your typical 1-inch cube. For fries, what we're going to do is first preheat the oven to 450. And then what we're going to do is take this potato here. You want nice long potatoes this way. And we're going to cut about, 1/4-inch slices off of the potato this way. You got to do this real carefully. So that what we can do is you can bunch them up like a deck of cards. Like that. And then slice down, slippery. That 1, 2, 3. You got a bunch of French fry shaped cuts. And of course, when we do those, we dump them into a bath of cool water to let that extra starch out of the potatoes. Dry your potatoes as best you can when drying them off, because all of that excess water that's left on the outside of the potatoes will inhibit optimum crispiness. So when you dry off your potatoes, a good way to do it is to lay them all out on the sheet that you're going to bake them on, and then dry them with one big paper towel, and you just stamp them and you dry them that way. I like to do it this way. It's a little more time-saving. I just leave them all in the bowl that I'm going to cook them in. Dry the water that wells up at the bottom as much as you can. I'm sure I'm going to get put on blast for this, but in all reality, you just got to dry off the potatoes as best you can. Because after we're done with that, the seasoning for State Fair fries is very simple. We're going to keep it straight up. I am going to use a little bit of olive oil, though veggie oil is just as good. Pour a little bit of that around the potatoes there. Get them nice and oiled up. And all we're going to use for State Fair fries is salt. A lot of salt. Remember, it's the State Fair. And pepper. Grind up the pepper into the bowl there. And give them a toss. Now, these don't look as good as the home fries that we cooked in the breakfast episode. But I'll tell you what, once we get the cheese and the bacon on these things, oh, marron. It's going to be out of this world, I'll tell you what. So now that you've got that all seasoned up as lightly as you want, as heavily as you want, grease a baking sheet lined with tin foil and dump. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. We're about to anyway. We're about to cut up the chicken and lay out all of your fries flat on the baking sheet. That way they all brown the same way on the same level. And nice and flat. Yeah, your hands will get a little salty, a little greasy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Take one of your kitchen towels, wipe that off. And then from here, put them on the top rack of your oven. And we're going to let them bake for 30 minutes. So before you get your State Fair feast getting ready at home, what you've got to do is you've got to cut up the chicken into 1-inch pieces. Now this is where the 1-inch pieces is going to come into play, not the potatoes this time around. So what we're going to do, see that tendon there, we're going to get rid of that. That's about a 1-inch piece. You're going to throw it in the bag. We're going to cut off right about there. You know, a lot of stuff that we don't need. Cut off. Yep, that's still a good piece of chicken there. 1-inch piece there. Now you can cut them up in any way you want. These are chicken breast tenders, so they're a bit thinner and a bit smaller. But if you have just chicken breast, cut them into these tender pieces and go from there. You know, just kind of fillet the breast a little bit and get yourself some more room to work with. Or some more chicken to work with, I guess. Remove that skin there. We don't need that. That's going to be a nice big chunk there. Cut another big chunk there. Oh yeah, all over the place. You got to love it. Remove that tendon. And another cut here. I think this and pork are the... No, we worked with sausage. This is the first time we've used chicken on this show. How about that? So we're going to cut that there. Nonsense there. Another 1-inch piece. Cut that there. Now, why the bag? I'm sure that's a perfectly valid question you may be asking yourself. Why the bag? Well, I'll tell you. What we're going to do is we're going to put all of the chicken into this Ziploc baggie here. And then once we have it all diced, cut, ready to go, we're going to pour the entire bottle of Speedy sauce on it. And that's where the magic happens. That's where the good stuff comes in. Because the Speedy sauce, let me tell you, that is some of the best stuff you'll ever eat. It is a Binghamton creation. And if you don't know what Speedy sauce quite is, it's kind of like an Italian dressing, but also not even close. It does contain basil, oil, oregano, but it also has some crazy other spices in there like mint or thyme. And it's just absolutely delicious. And we'll, yeah, it's a good sized piece. We got one more to go here. Cut that tendon off. Boom. 4, 5, whatever. So, now that you have chicken, I know this bag is a little big for it. We're going to take this bottle here, whole thing right onto the chicken. Boom. Let that soak up. And we're going to let that sit while the potatoes cook, because we still got to add all the cheese and everything on top of those. So now it's time for that State Fair lemonade. You've got your chicken marinating in the fridge, your potatoes are getting going in the oven, so all you need are some lemons, some sugar, and some water. Now, you can remove the stickers from these, it's not like you're eating it like an apple, but just like with the limes on the taco episode, what you're going to do is you're going to take the lemon, and you're going to roll it out, put a lot of pressure on that lemon, and make sure that you're getting as much of that juice out of there as you can. Now, since I embarrassed myself during the taco episode, I got a juicer, so I don't look like so much of an idiot trying to squeeze a lemon. So, we got that one rolled out. Thank you. Take your lemon, cut it right in half. And now with the juicer, you can lay it right there. And squeeze. Get all of that good stuff. At least it didn't get in my eye. Squeeze all the good stuff out of there. You want as much juice out of that lemon as you can get. There's a little bit left on top there as well. Now, you can do this through a strainer if you don't like pulpy lemonade. But I prefer a little bit of pulp in my lemonade. I don't think this thing works as well as they advertise it does. This is terrible. Now we've got all that lovely, lovely lemon juice in there, freshly squeezed. We can move this back quite a bit. Now the best part about State Fair lemonade is how much sugar they throw in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a half a cup. Half a cup of sugar looks good for that, yeah. I think I'll do a little bit less than a half a cup, but just want to make sure it's nice and sweet. So you do a little bit less than a half a cup of sugar in there. Yeah. And then from there, take your water from whatever source you have derived it from and top the whole parade off. And essentially, right there, with a little bit of a stir, you've got yourself State Fair lemonade. Now, I know, oh, the sugar won't dissolve in cold water. Oh, you know, it's not going to taste right. No, this is how the State Fair does it. If you go to the New York State Fair and you find one of the kiosks, it looks like a lemon. Big, big lemon. And they serve these things they call lemonade tankers. And the lemonade tanker is a jug about this big, but rounder, and they make that whole thing full of lemonade. It's huge. It's massive. But the water's not hot. They don't prep any of that stuff. They squeeze the lemons right in front of you. Suck up a few of those sugar granules with some of the lemon seeds. That is the true State Fair experience. So, now that we have the lemonade all done up, you know what? I think I am going to strain that. I'm calling an audible. We're going to do this very carefully, mind you. Right into the measuring cup. Oh no! Okay, splashes of lemonade down, but we still have quite a lot left, which is all that matters to me. So let's try that up. Had a bit of a spill. It's okay, it's not nuclear waste. Have your State Fair lemonade all set to go. Your potatoes are in the oven, and your chicken is marinating. We're gonna throw it to break, but don't go anywhere. We still gotta cook that chicken and put it on a nice warm roll, and we gotta put the cheese on the potatoes. Stay tuned.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it. Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to Dom's Dinner Bell. Potatoes are still cooking, but they're just about ready to be cheesed and baconed. The Speedies have been marinating in the fridge, and our pan is hot. We're gonna open these up real quick. What we're gonna do, spilled the salt. It's gotta go over your right shoulder, otherwise bad luck. So what we do, take a little bit olive oil, just to get the pan greased up. You don't want your chicken sticking. Nice, move it around a bit there, get it moving. And you want your pan at medium-high heat for this. They're not big pieces of chicken, so you want to get them nice and brown, and you want to get them, you know, not ready to go. And again, you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Reach in, grab a whole handful of those Speedies right there, let them drip a bit. Boom! And let them go. Now, I'm going to move those around once I get the rest of the chicken in. But you can hear them hit the pan nice and hot, because when you go to the fair, these are usually cooked on a griddle. You know, a nice hot flat iron griddle. I'm going to throw the rest in there. Grab my last few pieces from the corners of the bag. Boom. Now, that's looking great. Ah, smells magnificent as well. Let me grab my pincers here and move these around a bit. Let them get their fair shake at some grill space. And now that my hand is covered in speedy sauce and chicken juice, we're going to let those sit there for a minute while I wash up. Let these go. I'm going to get a nice little bowl out here. Let me move my pop stir. Get a bowl out for these guys, plus the top for the bowl. Because these will still need, you know, a few minutes to rest while the potatoes come out of the oven and we cheese them up and get ready to go. Now, of course, unfortunately, all of this liquid gold here of speedy sauce, we usually just toss out because it was all in raw chicken. It's a sad thing, I know. But, you know, it's what you got to do. It's how they're cooked. It's how everything works here. These are getting some nice color. It's like liquid gold. I know I called the maple syrup from the breakfast episode liquid gold, but for the summertime, somebody pulls out a bottle of speedy sauce, and that's the other thing. Maybe you don't like chicken. Maybe you prefer beef. Maybe you prefer pork. Maybe you prefer venison. For those who don't know what venison is, it's deer meat. Speedy goes with just about everything. You can make steak speedies, chicken speedies, pork speedies. I think my family even made pheasant speedies one time. Hey, we had it, we tried it, and it was delicious, I'll tell you what. But anyway, once you've got this rolling, you want to make sure all of your chicken pieces get to about 165 degrees internally. Now, with the temperature up so high, that won't take too long, but you still want to let them cook as much as you can. You don't want them tough, you still want them chewy, but you don't want them raw in the middle either. Last thing you want is to serve up raw chicken at a barbecue and your public enemy number one. See? That there is still raw chicken. You don't want that. Raw chicken's not good for anybody. So while these cook, we are going to break out the potatoes. Here's the big reveal on those. See how those are doing. Oh yes, they look quite delicious. I like the stylized shots now. What we're going to do is we're going to turn these over a bit, you know, get everybody nice and crispy equally. Oh no! 200 degrees kills germs. So, now that you've got your fries cooked, what we're going to do is first we're going to take our little tiny bits of bacon here. We're going to open those up. Pour them all on the potatoes. You're going to take some of that cheese. Now I use, and this is from recommendation from my girlfriend Jess, use the sliced cheese. Sure, it doesn't get into the little nooks and crannies like shredded cheese does, but this will melt more evenly. Get rid of the paper there, you don't need that. And it will make it almost like a blanket of cheese over your fries. And that's what we're looking for here. A nice, big, overarching, cheesy blanket to keep our friends, the potatoes, nice and warm. And on top of that, we can add a little bit more bacon. Because that's his stuff right there. And you know what we're going to do with these? We're going to throw them right back into the oven. So away we go. Into the oven they go for another 10 minutes. And now we're going to mess with our chicken again. Yeah, see, it's getting nice and browned on some of those edges there. That's what we're looking for. That's where you get a lot of your flavor. You get a little bit of a crunch from it too. It's just, oh, and it smells so good. Don't you agree? Oh yeah. This is the best stuff. State fair food at her finest. So you just, you know, flip them all. You can use a spatula. If you have a flat iron griddle, by all means, use that. That stuff's the best. Flip it all around. Get it nice and cooked on every possible edge that you can. If I bring out my, oh, it's not in there, my handy dandy thermometer. Go to the middle of the breast. You can see the temperature rise to 171. So these are done. We're going to stick them in this bowl here because, let me just double check. Let me make sure I'm not lying. Oh yeah, that's done chicken. That's what you're looking for. Pull apart, nice and white in the middle, nice and hot. Whoa, nice and steamy. That's good stuff right there. So we're going to take all this out of the pan because this right here is the magic. There we go. Look at all that. Ah, not yet. Sorry. We still have to do last 8 minutes of the potatoes, though granted, I'll keep checking on those. None of these times are exact. If you watch this show and you think that the times have to be on the money every time, that's just not 100% true. If you're cooking something like potatoes, and you decide to do them in an air fryer, perhaps, they're going to take a lot less time than they would if you do them in an oven. Look up the recipes. If what I give you isn't quite correct, Google it. Because, no, you're going to rely on me? Oh, you people are so kind. Thank you so much. But it'll vary. Check on things when you're cooking them. Don't be afraid to poke or split apart chicken. If you're doing steak, you can feel it with the tips of your fingers here. You see how rare or medium well or that kind of thing is done. With chicken, don't be afraid to pull it apart or check on it, because you always want to make sure that everything's cooked through, unless you're like me and you like your steak rare. But don't be afraid to pick at it. Don't be afraid to poke and prod. That's what it's all about. That's my preaching for the day. Looks like our fries are done. Oh, yeah. Now those are loaded fries. Nice and cheesy. You see that blanket just stretch over the whole lot. You got bacon in there. And we may not have done any other ingredients, but I'll tell you what, not a better set of fries you'll have, especially because it's homemade. Okay, so Mel, welcome to the show. You were the camera person for the first episode as well.
I was.
So, thank you for joining me on camera. You said that this is your first time having Speedies.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't had them before. I've heard that they're really good. I heard that they can give you heartburn, but
Nah.
I think we're going to be good.
I think we'll be
I
fine.
think that was a poorly made Speedy.
Now, we do need, of course, ice for the lemonade, if you would be so kind.
I would love to, thank you.
Of course. And while you're doing that, I'll get some of these cheese fries ready for you. You know, it's nice big heaping helping there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bring me in there. Alright.
Let me see your plate.
Yes, chef.
Boom. Cheese fries. Boom. Cheese fries. Now.
So you know how you were cutting the lemons?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you fighting the ice now?
Yeah.
2 is perfect. That's fine.
Alright, perfect.
Now,
that's all you're getting.
you take the lovely State Fair lemonade over ice.
You hear that crackle?
Oh yeah, gotta love. Like Dash says in the first Incredibles movie, I like it when it chatters.
Nice.
So, now, the Speedies onto the sandwich. I'll use a fork. I don't know what my pincers won't, but they handle raw chicken, so I'm just gonna adjust this so it's nice. I'm just gonna dump it onto the bread. There's not much else that goes onto it. Here. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. There you go. And that
Wow, it smells so good.
is a New York State chicken Speedy sandwich.
Yes.
And we shall have a bite. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep. Chicken's nice and tender, still juicy. That Speedy sauce. You can't beat the Speedy sauce, I'm telling you. Ah, and the State Fair lemonade is on the money.
Salud.
Tastes fantastic. That's true State Fair lemonade right there. Fresh squeezed, nothing but water and sugar.
That's so good.
Gotta love it.
I've been eyeballing these cheese fries.
Cheese fries.
Cheese on it.
On the nose too. People eat cheese fries with a fork. I say forget that.
I'm in my happy place. This is awesome. I'm so happy right now.
Well, and that's what I'm here for. That's what food's all about. And all for under $20, you can make yourself a State Fair feast, including State Fair style lemonade. So, I'm not sure if this is the last episode for this season, but I do want to say thank you once again to everybody who has helped with the show. Mel, Jacob Bradley, Garrett Shan, Michelle Kuyashun, Brian Saccone, my parents, my girlfriend, her friends, everybody. Thank you so much. If we have another episode, stay tuned to Don's Dinner Bell. Who knows what we're going to do? This.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Chloe, do you know what time it is?
I don't know, but it's getting kind of late.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
And as the semester is coming to an end, this is our season 3 finale.
Yeah, this is so sad. But don't worry, because hopefully we'll be right back here next semester, and we'll have some more fun stories and some more games, obviously, for everyone.
So to start off the finale, let's get into our life updates. Yeah. Chloe, would you like to start?
Sure. So, life update, I not impulsively got a tattoo, but I did in fact get a tattoo, and it was not scheduled. I've been thinking about getting this tattoo since March of last year, and then my mom was getting hers done because my mom loves tattoos. That's my tattoo right there. It's on my ribs, kind of. It's just my constellation with the Gemini flower, which is lavender, with a little moon and a flower, and I like it a lot. My mom was getting hers done because she got like a big Medusa on her arm. And then at her appointment, she was trying out new tattoo artists. And so she was nervous about me getting one because she doesn't know this guy yet. And so when she was talking to him, she was like, oh, this is the one that my daughter wants to get. And she was like, but do you know someone who could do it and like would it be good? And he's like, actually, I know someone who would do it really well. And they're like, but there was a cancellation that day. So I went and got it done. So yeah.
I love that for you. Did it hurt?
A little bit. Like there were some parts where I didn't even feel it. And then other parts where it was like, ouch. But yeah, it wasn't the worst. I would do it again. So yeah.
Nice, nice.
What's going on with you?
Well, if you've watched like the past few episodes, you know we've been like following the journey of my brother and his volleyball team. So they made it to states. I went to the state game. Unfortunately, like 3 days before the game, my brother got sick because he always gets sick. He has like the worst immune system ever. So he was like just sick and not on his A game. And like, okay, not to brag, but like he's like really good at volleyball, and he's very talkative. He's like that. He's popular or whatever. So he's like he's cool. He's kind of in charge of like the team chemistry and getting all the boys like hyped up, excited. So because he wasn't like feeling his best on his A game, everybody else was just a little off. So there wasn't like a lot of communication on the court, whatever. So they ended up losing in like the first round.
No.
But they played, like, well, because they didn't do sets, they did points. They did it really weird. So they did like, each game was 2 sets, and then they just added up the points. But
so it was a point differential?
Yeah, but they needed to win one of the 2 sets in their first game because they played after the other 2 teams played, because there were 3 teams. So those 2 teams played and did really good, and then they needed to win one, but they didn't win any of them. But they played another game like afterwards, and they looked like they were having a lot of fun, just like enjoying their last game together.
Oh wait, that's
fine. He wasn't really that upset about it. So
okay,
it was
that's good. That's good. Okay, well at least they had fun in one of the games. You know, that's not bad at all. So proud of them. Good. Yeah. My team never made it anywhere. My volleyball team was not that good. But much love for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But yeah. I don't know. But yeah. So we love them.
We love that. But that was life updates. What about this past semester? Like, how has your semester been?
This semester it's been good so far, but we'll get more into that right after the break.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Parise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally got that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outrigger studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
as you said before, we've come to the end of the fall 2022 semester. And I feel like a lot happened this semester, but at the same time, like it went by fast, so like nothing at all happened. Yeah. But anyway, as we were saying right before the break, Chloe, like what went on for you this semester? What are your favorite memories?
My favorite memories, again, like you said, it feels like there was nothing that happened. I feel like I wasn't doing too much other than school and just like volleyball. So that was one of my favorite things.
And you got a job.
Oh, and I got a job. Yeah, I don't mind my job. Like it's a job, so obviously it's, but it's like it's good enough, and I enjoy going to it sometimes. Like it's not a burden of my day, and just going to volleyball, that's taking up a lot of time too. It's like I'll go to like 3 practices a week, or I go to a tournament, and then I'll go to open gym sometimes. So it's a lot of just volleyball, which I don't mind because I love volleyball. So that's another thing. And I guess my favorite class this semester was my video production. That took up a lot of time too, but it was like fun time. So my videos and
that's a fun
everything
class.
like that. Yeah, that's what the class that Anna TA is for. I'm taking right now, and obviously she liked it enough to go TA for it, and it's fun. I would definitely take it again if I had to, and the professor is really cool. So those are like my best parts of the semester. What about yours?
Nice. I think my favorite part of the semester was probably family weekend, because I go to school with 3 other of my cousins, so that like, there's the whole fam. We all went to my cousin's soccer game together because my cousin's on the team. And so it's just so much fun seeing everybody, because we usually only see each other like once a year. But so me, my cousin, 3 of my cousins all go here. And then my cousin's boyfriend goes here, and my other cousin's girlfriend goes here, and her brother goes here. Oh. So there's like a whole huge group of us. And so like I always see them out at the dining hall, walking to class. It's just so fun like seeing everybody. Because like before we all started going to school here, we would only see each other once a year. Yeah. On our big like family summer vacation, but now that we all go to school together, like we get the chance to see each other more, and like all of our parents came up for the weekend, and siblings, and then like other cousins, because one of our aunts went here, so she came with her kids, and it was just like so fun seeing everybody and like going out to dinner and hanging out and going to a soccer game. And it was so much fun.
That sounds like fun. And it like opens up to meet new people too, because you have so many people that you know, and there's so many different friend groups, so then you just know everyone, which is really nice. Like I didn't realize how nice it is to be able to just like, oh, like I know this person from this person, and just like a nice connection with everybody.
Yeah, but I definitely had a lot of fun this semester. But what are you looking forward to next semester? Because that's the next thing to look forward to.
Yeah,
after break.
I'm looking forward to it a little bit. I'm not looking forward to the cold, and I'm definitely not looking forward to some of my classes, because I have to take a lot of my like gen eds, which are honors courses. And not saying that's going to be a bad thing, but it's definitely not the classes you want to take. But what I'm looking forward to is I'm TAing for a mass media class with one of my closest friends here and my favorite professor here. So it's really nice, and I'm excited for that because I know that's going to be fun, and it's just you get your advanced credits, and it's a great professor, and I think it'll just be not easy, but definitely just like a nice like stress-free type of thing. And I'm really excited to go to nationals again for volleyball this year. So last year we went to Arizona. This year we're going to Kansas City, I think, and I'm really excited to go to that. Cause
Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri?
You know what? That's actually Missouri.
Because there's 2 Kansas Cities, which I think is stupid. Personally,
I think it's
whatever.
I don't know my geography. I failed in middle school. Actually, that was freshman year. I didn't fail it, but I didn't do well. But I don't know. I think it's Missouri. No, I'm going to say hopefully whichever one's warmer. But
right.
I think it'll be exciting, and it was a lot of fun last year, so I think it'll be a lot of fun this year.
Nice.
But yeah. What are you excited for next semester?
Not necessarily like super exciting, but I'm hoping to get a job next semester on campus so that I have money. Yeah. Because money's great.
Exactly.
Also my birthday next semester. I'm really excited.
She's a
I just love my birthday. It's just fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm excited to celebrate with like all my friends here, because last year it fell on like Easter weekend, so like nobody was really here. But this year it's the weekend after or the weekend before or something. So I think more people will be here. So I'm excited. And then I'm also excited for like the end of the semester, like end of April, early May, when it starts to kind of warm up. Like last year, me and 2 of my friends laid on the lawn in front of Cayuga for like 3 hours and got sunburnt.
Yep.
we were supposed to be doing homework. We were supposed to be studying for finals or something. We were like, we're gonna go outside and study, but we ended up just laying there listening to music and tanning, but
so nice
getting burnt instead.
when it's warm out. I definitely agree with you on that because I can't take the cold.
Yeah,
I can't take it.
I don't know why I go here.
I'm shivering
It's
right
too
now.
cold.
While the camera was on Anna, I fully full body shivered because I was so cold. That was my fault for wearing a short sleeve. But
That is on you.
Yeah, it is on me. I was wearing a sweatshirt before, and I was like, not for this episode. And I just, it was like warm in the beginning of the year, but it was also always bad weather. So it was always like very either windy or raining when it was warm out. So we didn't really enjoy the nice Oswego weather, and I miss that. But now we haven't even gotten to the worst of the snow yet, which sucks.
But that's enough about school. I want to get into the holidays coming up because I'm so excited.
Me too. But so stay tuned because we are going to talk about some holiday stuff right after this break.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
So as we all know, the holidays are coming up, and so that's like extremely exciting because who doesn't love the holiday season? Especially since we get to go home.
Yes,
I'm excited for that.
can't wait.
But let's start off. What are some plans, or what are you doing over winter break?
Well, I have Christmas Eve at my house, which is huge, and I have to plan and bake and decorate and all that stuff because at my house. I gotta help my mom with all that. And then Christmas Day at my grandma's house, which I'm so excited for because I love Christmas. It's so fun. And my grandma's making a ham, and I love ham, as we've discussed on many previous
She went to the dining
episodes.
hall for ham today.
I did, in fact, do that.
Yes.
It was freezing and raining, but I was like, I need ham, so I went anyway. And then, I don't know if this is confirmed, but my mom texted my brother and I a few, probably a month or two ago, and she was like, if I were to get tickets for the Islanders game, would you guys want to go over Thanksgiving break or right after Christmas? And I said, I'm not going to have time during Thanksgiving break because I already had so much planned. So after Christmas would be great. And then she just never brought it up again.
Oh.
So fingers crossed that I get to go to an Islanders game over break because that will be fun. I'm also hopefully going to force my cousins to take me to go skiing with them because my cousin and her boyfriend always go every weekend. Ooh. And then they're like, you should come with us, and then never actually say anything. So I'm like, where's the actual invite? They also just got an apartment, so that's really exciting for them. Just a little shout out for that.
Love that.
It's really, I think, and I want to go to the city. I want to go skating at the Rockefeller rink. Ooh. My favorite activity. My favorite holiday activity is skating at the Rockefeller Center rink. But that's, yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. No, that sounds more fun than what I have planned. So all I really have planned is work. I got my job back this winter, which I didn't have last year.
Shout out BJ's.
Shout out BJ's. I get to go back, and then but yeah, and then I want to visit my friends if my parents let me, and yeah, but
that's super fun. You know
that's
what else is super fun? Christmas trivia.
Seeing how much we actually know about Christmas. So hopefully we know something. As you know, I don't really know much.
Yeah, Chloe's always lost when we do stuff like this.
Yeah, so let's go with the first question. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose?
Join in on the reindeer games.
Oh. Yeah, sounds about right.
Chloe, did you not know that?
I was going to have to think about it for a minute.
The song? Oh, I can't.
I was going to have to think about it for a minute. I would have known it. I would have gotten it. You just had to make me remember. It's fine, whatever.
Right.
We didn't talk about it. The answer was correct. We got it. Yes.
We have our lovely Steph.
Yeah, she's telling us if we're right or wrong. But it didn't come off the top of my head. It's fine.
Just be better. You're wearing reindeer antlers and everything.
I'm a fake fan, and I love Rudolph. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies, but it's fine.
The next question.
Okay.
What are the two other most popular names for Santa Claus?
I know it's going to be Chris, what's it called?
Oh, Kris Kringle?
Kris Kringle,
I was going to go Saint Nick and Father Christmas, but I feel like Kris Kringle's more popular than Father Christmas.
Maybe. It's Saint Nick and Kris Kringle. Okay,
yeah.
Good. I just remember watching the little animation, the claymation ones.
Oh my gosh.
I love them.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's so good.
Yeah. And
That's also one of my favorite parts of the holidays.
I like those. Those are my favorite. I don't watch a lot of Christmas movies, unfortunately.
Yeah, we were going to do...
I'm festive. My pants are green.
We were going to do something about Christmas movies, and then Chloe goes, I don't watch Christmas movies.
I don't.
And I was like I don't know how you exist as a person, but whatever.
Maybe this season will be different.
Right. Okay, good luck with that.
I say that every year. I watch The Grinch every year.
The cartoon one or the live action one?
Live action.
Perfect. That's my favorite movie of all time.
I think it's funny.
I love it so much.
That's okay.
All right.
Next question. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
I have no idea.
Sweden. That's my guess.
I don't have a guess. I don't know.
Let's do
Spain.
Germany. Oh, okay. That would make sense.
I would not have guessed that.
What in the
Is that where they do the shoes? They put their clogs outside the door, and then that's how they get their gifts.
Yeah. Okay.
Steph told me I'm right. So
yeah, it wasn't me who told her that she was right. I didn't know the answer. It was just they were telling me. What was Guardian? What's that one movie with the Guardians? That one movie that had Jack Frost, Santa, the Tooth Fairy. It was like that one little action cartoon movie. Rise of the Guardians, yes. And
I never saw it.
Did Santa have an accent?
I don't know. I never saw it.
It's fine. I feel like they always give Santa an accent sometimes in cartoons or something when it's not an American movie. Anyway, that's besides the point. Next question.
According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas? I'm gonna have to sing through the whole thing in my head.
Oh.
Is it 8 Maids a Milking? Yeah.
I
had to do that quick. Fun fact, when I was in chorus in middle school, we would do I would get called out of school, out of all my classes for one day before Christmas break, and all the teachers would come into the auditorium and we would just sing Christmas carols.
Ooh.
And me and my little friend group, my little chorus friend group, we made a whole dance to the 12 Days of Christmas song and would perform it for all of the teachers. And we thought it was really good. It probably wasn't, but at the time it was fire.
When we were younger, there was a the elementary school Christmas brunch or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Well, we had that, and then this one guy he would come every single year. He played the little not kazoo. What is it? Harmonica. And kazoo. He would do a guitar, and he'd have little kids come up and sing, and I would do that. But I also was scared, so I stopped doing it by the age of 8. Anyways, next question. What was the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time? Does Die Hard count?
No. I want to say no. I was gonna say the Santa Claus
Home Alone.
Home Alone's a good guess, or The Year Without Santa Claus. But I don't know if that I feel like that one became big. Oh.
Elf.
Yeah.
My
Elf.
answer's
That's
Elf.
a good guess.
Oh,
it's Home Alone.
Okay,
Interesting.
I'm gonna
That
take
makes
that
sense.
as a kind of
That's a
win.
win.
I take it as
That's
a win.
I blame Kate Salamita for me second guessing that.
Kate's
Kate's over there going Elf, Elf,
I
Elf.
said it, so I'm gonna take it, even though my final answer was Elf, but it's fine. We don't need to talk about it. Moving on.
Oh, I know this one. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. I love that song. That's good.
Yeah. Every time in Spanish class.
Oh,
every time before
always.
winter break, it's just you watched all the
I
Christmas.
went through phases where I would just say Feliz Navidad to people.
I feel like that's very on
all
brand
year
for you.
round, just for fun.
Yeah. Okay.
But I say Merry Christmas to people. Like if you're like, oh, can I have a pen? I'll be like, here you go, Merry Christmas.
Okay. Well,
Just,
yeah.
like,
I feel like that's
whenever.
normal. That's not the worst. I feel like you could do it worse.
True.
Merry Christmas is kind of just like Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Doesn't have
Right.
to be Christmas. I don't know. I love.
Anyway, whatever.
moving
Next
on.
question. What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising?
Coca-Cola.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know why I know that.
I just had like an inkling.
It was a feeling. It was.
It was
the
a-
first thing
it
that came
was
was
a
the Santa
feeling.
holding the glass
yeah.
Coke bottle.
Something like that.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I don't know why. I just associate that just makes sense that it would be Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I don't know because I have no idea what it would have been. M&M's maybe.
Oh, maybe.
That's a
Oh,
fun
I love the M&M
Christmas
like
commercials.
Christmas commercials
Yeah.
when they like they scare each other because they're like, oh, it's real, but to each other because Santa didn't know the M&M's. Whatever. It was a good commercial.
I don't know which one you're talking
I'll just
about, but
stop
I'm gonna
talking.
believe you. But
Thanks, I appreciate that.
I'll take your word for it. I like those. I don't know why. I just remember sitting down and watching like the 25 Days of Christmas and it being the M&M commercials. But moving on. That was fun. I think we did better than we thought we were going to do because
Better than we thought, and I also think that was our best like trivia record of all time.
Good job.
Like
Yes.
we usually like do
bad. Yeah, we usually suck.
That was
Proud of us.
Good on us.
Good job. We're smart, guys. College is doing us well.
Yeah, with our Christmas knowledge.
Yeah, we know so much about Christmas because that's what we're definitely learning in classes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Anywho.
For our next game, we're not going to go to any breaks or anything. We're just going to move right into the next one. We did this last semester, or last season, if you guys
It's a great
remember.
way to close it out.
Yeah.
Look back at what we've done this season.
Yeah, it's Who Said What.
Exactly.
We've just gathered, well, we didn't gather it. We had our
Steph and Kate gathered it.
Yeah, we had our
Love you guys.
our cast, our crew, gather some memorable moments from the season, and we're gonna try to guess who said each quote. And it was so much fun last semester, and I think it's gonna be really funny. So do you want to start?
Okay, so the first quote is, "It's really hard to be original."
It's really hard.
See, without context,
I feel
I
like
really
it'd
have
be
no
you.
idea. I feel like
I
it
know.
could very much be either of
one.
us. Like if I knew, like, I want to ask for the context, but I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah, I feel like it's. They don't even have the context. I'm gonna say it was you.
Okay, I'll go
So
with
I feel
that.
like it's a snarky comment enough for you,
Probably.
but maybe not for me.
I tend to
Like, oh, it's
make
really
some
hard to be
comments.
original.
Oh.
So it was actually
Chloe.
a less funny context than I thought it was gonna be.
It was Chloe talking about Halloween costumes, that's a true statement. It is really hard to be original with your Halloween costumes.
Yeah. I thought it was just gonna be something like, oh, like,
Yeah.
it's so hard to be original. It's fine.
I thought it was gonna be you saying something about being original and me making fun of you for it. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But
That's what I thought it was gonna be too. Less funny than I thought it was gonna be. Anyways, next quote. I love Halloween. It just brings me such joy.
Oh, 100% me. That has to be
Yeah.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Halloween's my brand.
Mm-hmm.
Steph has confirmed it was in fact me. I'm not surprised at all.
It wasn't gonna be me. I
love
like Halloween, but do I like Halloween that much? No.
No. Chloe
It's
doesn't
okay.
care about my favorite day of the year.
I'm sorry. Well, I still enjoy Halloween. It's just
not to the
not,
point of my love for it.
It's not my all year round like personality. I mean, it's not like your personality is Halloween, but like we very much know that your favorite holiday is Halloween any point of the year.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't
I talk
change.
about Halloween all year round.
Yeah.
It deserves that.
Yeah.
Because people talk about Christmas all year round. Halloween deserves the same respect. Sorry, it had to be said.
Well, do you get presents? Oh, I did get presents on Halloween this year, actually. Fun story. I love my aunt so much. She's so nice. She sent me a little Halloween like gift basket and was like, I hope this helps. And she got me like a chocolate cat with like a broom. It was so cute. I loved it.
Fun.
But
Anywho.
next quote.
Next quote. My entire table was just scarfing down shrimp cocktails. Chloe.
That's me. That was about the wedding. which is true. It was really funny because the waiters just kept coming back and being like, shrimp cocktail? And we were like, yes. I will never say no to shrimp cocktail. Oh, it's so good.
I've never had it. Well, I'm also the pickiest human on this planet, so
we knew
I
this.
really can't speak.
Maybe, I think everybody should be really mean to Anna and tell her that we need to do, I've been trying to get us to do a segment where Anna tries new foods on
But I refuse
the
to do
air and
it.
she won't do it. And I said I'll do random weird gross food combos to like cancel it out. And she was like, no. And I was like,
Yeah, no.
why?
You won't. We did that one thing, and I tried the chip, and it was one of the grossest things I've ever consumed. That's actually
Yeah, but
an
this time you won't be
exaggeration,
blindfolded.
But I hated it. Yeah, but I'm still gonna hate it.
Yeah, but I hate it for fun. Maybe I'll get us shrimp cocktails.
Whatever. Sure. Maybe one day.
Yay.
Next quote.
Everybody gaslight Anna for me.
We're going to express our opinions, which we obviously love to do. That's true.
I feel like that was you.
I also feel like that was me.
It's just the wording sounds like it would be you.
Yeah. Oh. It was Chloe.
Well, I'm like wrong this year. Why do I feel like that's not me?
We got ahead of ourselves with being proud of getting almost everything right for Christmas trivia.
Yeah, it's
where we were
karma.
like, oh, we're so smart, we're so good at this now, and
Yeah.
here we are, struggling, talking about ourselves.
Yeah. Well, and our opinions.
And our opinions, which
we obviously
again,
love to do.
We obviously love to do.
Yeah. So I guess that is something I say. You know what? Not mad at myself. I like finding out if I have snarky comments that I think are funny. It just makes me feel.
Right.
It makes my ego go through the roof. I can't even lie. No lie. Makes me feel better about myself when people think I'm funny. Anyways, next question. Next statement, I guess. Luke Benward, Chef's Kiss.
I feel like that might have been me.
I don't even know who Luke Benward
Yes,
is.
so that was definitely me.
it
Because
was
I
that.
remember you saying you didn't know who he was, and I was
Who was Luke
upset.
Benward?
He was in Minutemen. He was in Cloud9. He was in Girl
Oh,
vs.
is he the
Monster.
one who's just in Cloud9?
Yes.
Ah, okay, then I know
and
who he
he's
is.
gorgeous. Therefore, Chef's Kiss.
I know who he is, but I don't. That was it.
I love him. I'm grateful
just
for
need to-
Luke Benward. That should have been my Thanksgiving episode moment. I should have just declared how thankful I am for his existence.
For him, I don't keep up on him, but yeah, no, I get it. Chef's Kiss. Now I know
He
his
was
name.
also in Good Luck Charlie. He was Bo in Good Luck Charlie.
Oh, that's how I know him. I know him from Good Luck Charlie and Cloud9.
He's in a lot of things.
I want to
He's
watch
great.
Cloud9
He's
again.
beautiful.
Dove Cameron's been all over my TikTok For You page.
I love Dove
I
Cameron.
think they need another Descendants. Oh,
They're making one, but it's just not. It's gonna be like with independent producers or something, and obviously Cameron Boyce isn't gonna be in it.
is it
it's
going to be
not
still with like
as
Dove
good.
Cameron in them?
I don't think so. I think like most of the original cast isn't gonna be in it.
I don't want to watch it.
Anywho,
Next question.
you just need to understand that I'm more right than you.
I feel that could have been either of us.
That also, yeah, that definitely could have been either of us. I want to say.
I want to say it was me.
I do want to say it was you, but I also wouldn't be
'Cause I feel
surprised
like-
if it was me.
Yeah, right? I want to say it's me because I feel like I make joking comments about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like you definitely could have said
always
it
have to be
too. Exactly. It's the narcissism in me.
Right.
Final answer is me.
Yeah.
It was Anna.
It was me.
I'm not surprised.
I should have gone with my gut. I blame you. You made me second guess it.
I'm sorry. It's because I always think I'm right.
Exactly. Exhibit A.
The narcissism is coming out to show. Everybody gets to see it firsthand.
You're right.
Well, it's okay.
It's okay. That was fun.
It was. I definitely
Great trip
think,
down memory lane. That was our last quote.
I think we definitely have to keep doing that. I enjoy like reliving the things that we're saying.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys do too.
Hopefully. But thank you guys so much for tuning in every other Wednesday this season.
It does mean a lot that you guys stick around for the third, or that you guys stuck around for the third season, continue to stick around of the show, and we hope that you enjoyed. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at WTOP Kinda Late, and then from there you can follow us on all other platforms.
And don't worry, we'll be back next semester for more episodes of
The Kinda Late Show.
Good show.
Hello everyone, welcome to our show, International Journey. Here we share the amazing journeys of international students graduating this semester. Tonight we have a special as two guests join us live from the studio. So without further ado, let's welcome our first guest, Noah. Hi Noah.
Hi, my name's Noah, but most of the professor recognize me as Po-Yu. And I'm a senior student from major in political science, and I'm from Taiwan. for those people who doesn't know where Taiwan is a small island right next to China, and we're really famous for semiconductor and boba tea. Yeah. And fun fact, 61% of the semiconductor is export from Taiwan.
Wow, I did not know that at all. I know I love boba tea and everything, but I didn't know about the semiconductor. Very interesting. Well, thank you for sharing. So I know you study here at SUNY Oswego like I do. Why did you choose to study at Oswego though?
Right, so before I came here, I studied in Japan, and then during the second year, sophomore year, and COVID happened, and then the situation in all Asian countries really severe. They locked down the whole street, and then they don't allow people to go out. So it was a really hard time, even taking online class. Like, I don't really feel like going to the class. Just open the laptop, and then like I don't really feel that connection. So I saw on like the school website, SUNY Oswego have exchange program, so I just applied it.
Very nice. Okay, and then why did you choose to stay here at Oswego? Because you've been here now for a couple of years.
Right, so I first came here as an exchange student for only one semester. But after one semester, I started to like learn more things, to like understand the different culture and the classroom, like how professor interact with the student, and I started liking it. So at the second year, I decided to just transfer here and I finished my degree in SUNY Oswego.
Nice. And what are you doing at SUNY Oswego that you love right now?
Right now, well, I attend several classes that I'm really interested in. Like, for example, last semester there's a class, Vote Oswego, and then the objective is to raise the voting rate on campus. So in order to do that, we have to came up with several campaign and tabling on campus to raise the political awareness.
Right.
Yeah, for students.
Awesome. That sounds like a really cool time. Did you enjoy that class?
I did. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome. All right. So can you tell us a little bit more about other clubs that you might have joined here at SUNY Oswego? Is there any other things you wanted to touch on there?
Well, I didn't really join any club, but back in Japan, I used to join my friends' kind of club, but they have, it's a little bit more for profit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were making music and they were producing their own clothing brand. Yeah, so it was back in Japan.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Did you want to talk about that a little bit? Anything to name drop?
Right, yeah, for sure. So back in ICLA, my name Fuku, he is making music. Like, he's a legit music producer. Like, you know, he dropped music for those famous music artists. Yeah, and then another friend, Thomas, he's doing clothing design right now, and he recently opened a really big shop in Tokyo. Yeah, shout out to Thomas. And then another of my friend, he went back to Italy to pursue his his acting career.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Have you ever thought of doing something like that?
Well, yeah, but then it's the thing that I wanted to do is kind of limited by my age, so
Gotcha.
I wanted to be an entrepreneur and do all that.
And what do you want to do with your political science major?
So, well, first, the reason I choose political science, because if you're political science, you don't have to do math, because I'm really terrible at math.
Yeah,
I didn't choose like economic or anything. I choose politics. Well, at first, I wasn't really interested in politics, but then second year, third year, started to recognize more, like, because I studied in Japan, and I was born in Taiwan, so I started to recognize like the political kind of dilemma, and then I came to U.S. and I started to learn the politics in the U.S. So yeah, there's like a lot of different things, and
it brings you full circle back to your Vote Oswego campaign that you were doing. That's really cool. So let's actually take a look at what Noah has been up to while here at SUNY Oswego. What a nice video. Noah, I enjoyed that so much, and I know our viewers at home did too. Coming up, we will be speaking more about Noah's experiences in other countries. Stay tuned.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker. Welcome back to International Journey. Right next to me is Noah, an international student from Taiwan. Noah, you mentioned that you did 2 years of college in Japan. Can you tell us more about that experience?
Right, so I went to Japan right after I graduated from high school. So it was a big change for me. So I went to public school, so I don't have like a really good English education environment. So I moved to Japan, and then it's an international college. Everyone is speaking in English. And then outside the country, and outside the campus, everyone's speaking Japanese. So it was like a really, like a language barrier for me. Yeah, so when I first get into the college, I start to learn more about, for example, politics and then all kinds of different issues. Yeah, it's really interesting. And the most interesting thing is you're learning it from a Japanese perspective. And then when you come to US, you're learning things from like American ways. Yeah, that's really something.
That is interesting. I know you mentioned a little bit about that language barrier and how it's different outside of the college. So what is it, how is it different in Taiwan versus Japan?
Right, so back in Taiwan, the language is Mandarin. So everybody's using Mandarin, and then I go to public school, so no one is using English.
Right, right.
And then when I first moved to Japan, like everyone started to speak in English, so I don't really have that much of confidence, and then so I don't really talk to people because my English is not good, and I also have to learn Japanese, and it's really confusing. But after 1 or 2 semesters, you hang out with friends and talking to professor, you start getting used to it.
Right,
yeah.
Definitely. And how has it been with being here, with communicating with other students? Have you talked to any maybe Japanese students or other Taiwanese students at all?
Right, so when I first got here, I got to know I am the only one Taiwanese student here.
Oh, Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
And then the last semester, I was waiting for other Taiwanese students, but they never came.
Okay.
But then this semester, there are 3 more. So I feel really, connected to them, because it's been 3 semesters. I've been speaking my own language. I really want to speak in Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really nice to meet them.
That's really cool. And you met them, you're saying you met them this semester?
Yeah.
Aw, right before you're going to graduate too.
Yes.
Aw. Do you guys do any things together that are kind of from your culture at all, or?
Well, yeah. So they happens to bring my favorite ramen.
Oh.
From back home. It was yeah,
good.
the food is a big problem here because I'm from in Taiwan, and then when I go to Japan, it's every meal is in Japanese food. It's kind of for me, it's I need some food from my hometown, and then when I come to America, it's so different. It's just fries, yeah.
I get that. What Taiwanese foods are your favorite?
There's a lot. There's a bunch. Of course, boba tea is definitely. And then we have, there's so much. Let me think.
Yeah.
Pork, and we, the fried chicken. The way the fried chicken is way different. The style in Taiwan, in Japan, in America. Yeah, they have all kinds of different
How
styles.
is it different? I have no idea. I'm very interested.
Right. So, well, I would say it's the taste-wise. And then there's a lot of, before you actually fry the chicken, there's a lot of process you have to work.
Ooh, yeah.
It's more the prepare work is different.
Ooh, okay. That sounds good. I had an addiction to boba tea. In high school, I would not stop drinking it. It was my favorite drink ever. Did you ever have that addiction to it at one point, like a lot of other people do too?
Yes, for sure. Because it's so sweet. And
it
in
is.
Taiwan, we have a whole street. Next to my middle school, there's a whole street of boba tea. They have different, it's just named differently. And then they just different brand, but same things. So you just, yeah.
Got it. So you kind of did taste tests at everyone, and you were like, this one's my favorite.
Yeah, and then when I went to Japan, they kind of combined boba tea with their culture. So they made their own boba tea. Yeah, and it's kind of famous. And then when I come here, when I go to the city, I also saw some boba shop, and then they were directly from Taiwan.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I've only been to Kung Fu Tea and Gongcha. Is that the 2 places you might have been thinking about?
Yeah, that is directly from Taiwan though.
Oh, wow, I did not know that. That's really cool. They're all over the place now. I think it really just, in my hometown, there was not one for years, but then I saw it in the mall once, and I was like, oh, this is perfect, it's my favorite shop, so that's cool.
When is the first time you try boba tea?
Boba?
Yeah.
First time was my freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school?
My friends actually told me about it, and I was like, oh, this tastes really good. I kind of want to try it again. And I tried the Oreo slush one. Do you know those? They add Oreos to it.
That's the thing I'm saying. They come to America and then they mix it with their culture, America.
Right.
I don't know if it's legit, but if they liked it.
Yeah, I've had the taro tea though. That one is really good. The purple drink.
Oh.
Have you had that one?
I drink a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in Taiwan. But then the price-wise here, it's a little bit expensive.
$5-6 for a medium large. I'm like, oh my gosh, my pockets are hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, so all of that was very interesting. But moving on to how America is. What do you like about America compared to maybe Japan or Taiwan?
So, I think come to America is one of the bigger reasons I started learning my English. Because I started learning English when I first discovered an app called YouTube. That was when I was 12. I was really young. And then I found a website. They have all kinds of video. And then there was this rap video on YouTube. And I just accidentally clicked it. And the music, is kind of brainwashing. And I started liking hip-hop culture. And then, that's why I started learning English.
That's really cool.
Yes. And also, coming to especially New York City is one of my biggest dreams they have all the rappers, you know, like the history of New York City is really fascinating.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely coming to here is definitely one of the biggest dreams.
That's great. Yeah. With the cultures and everything, what have you seen more in America that you wouldn't see in other places?
Right.
Or haven't seen in other places, should I say? Yeah.
Well, this can be, of course, like the building is different, the road and everything. It's just like a movie, like, because I was born and raised in Taiwan, so everything is a little bit different. But then what I feel the most is when you're talking to people, like their reaction and then the way they talk. It's a lot different when you're talking to people, for example, from Taiwan and Japan, because like I would say people from Asian country, they are more conservative. Yeah, so there are like certain reaction, you know, when you're talking to other people, they expect you to act this way. Yeah, but coming to America is definitely like a challenge for me because I stay here right now. This is my 3rd semester. So yeah, I really have to adapt the culture and everything here.
Right, okay. Wow, so that's a lot that you have to compare and everything. Like there's a lot of different information from different countries that you kind of apply when you come to America. I love that, that's really fascinating. So can you tell us a highlight from all of your college journey, since you have a lot to talk about there?
Right, so I would say during my 1st year and 2nd year in Japan, like I learned how can you overcome the language barrier and be more open-minded to others, because like 90% of our students are exchange students. They're from over the world. So you really have to have that kind of open-minded because they have different religion, the behavior, so you have to really, yeah. And then when I got to America, especially this class, WTOP Oswego, I have to engage conversation with random people. Yeah, that's the thing that I learned. And then also promote the political awareness to campus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to learn from and take away, and you really had to put yourself out there, and I don't think you were doing that before, so I think that's really interesting. What's been your biggest takeaway from Oswego itself?
Biggest takeaway from Oswego? Well, I mean, study here is really an honor for education, academic, and mostly, yeah, the interaction between student and professor. It's more like professor for me doesn't feel like, you know, he's on top of me. He's like, yeah, more like a friend you can talk to. Yeah, so whenever you have problem, you have like concern about your homework, you can always talk to them. Yeah, because like back in Japan, thing doesn't really work like that.
Yeah. What is it? How is that actually different?
Right.
If you want to go into that more?
If you want to talk to the professor, that you have to go through the appointment, and then they won't really teach you how to do the things step by step. They kind of just tell you, oh, this is the material you need, and then you need to figure it out. Yeah.
I've heard that from other international students that education in America is a lot different than in other countries, like a little more, I would say, like more helpful to like hands-on, or I've heard maybe more one-on-one confrontations with your professors or with students. So I think that's really interesting that you also added to what I've heard before. It's really cool. Yeah. With being from Taiwan and studying in Japan, do you like America's education better? What's your take on that?
Well, I would say personally, I prefer American teaching style because the class engage and you can have all kinds of like activity. Right. Because previous semester I took WTOP Oswego, and I also took another PR class. It's called event planning. So we really have to go outside and then try to connect ourselves to the real world. Try to throw a campaign like tabling, how to sort things. But these are the things that you cannot really experience back in Japan, because like the classroom system, the schedule is kind of different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Noah, it has really been great getting to know you and your journey, and I appreciate you being here so much. But before you go, is there anything you want to say to the viewers watching at home?
Yes, I would like to shout out to my parents, sponsor me 4-year tuition, and a shout out to Haley and ISA give me this chance to interview me, and shout out to Julie, a wonderful interviewer.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Noah. Thank you. Well, thank you again for being a part of the show. It was great talking with you, but we do have more for you. We have another very special guest with us who will be sharing his journey after the short break. Stay tuned for more International Journey.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
Score going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin.
Welcome back to International Journey. Our second guest joining us today is Umang Patel. Today, we have Umang. Can you please introduce yourself, Umang?
Hi, everyone. I'm Umang. I'm from Tanzania. My major is software engineering, and I'm a graduating senior.
Awesome. Oh, so you're from Tanzania. What do you love about your country?
So, first of all, before we go there, I was born and brought up in Tanzania. Although my parents were from India, they migrated to Tanzania looking for job opportunities. And talking about Tanzania is, geographically, it's in one of the East African countries next to the Indian Ocean. If you have watched the Lion King movie, you can resemble to that. It's a house of Kilimanjaro mountain and Serengeti. So in the movie where we see the mountain and the flat plains, so that's where we can relate to it. And also the name Simba, it's also like the Swahili word for lions. And Serengeti is also a house to 3,000 lions.
Very nice. Oh, so Lion King is, you know that a lot then, because if it was from your country, based in your country, did they talk about that a lot? Is that like the selling point?
Yeah, probably was a selling point for it that it was shot over there. Whenever tourists visit, that's what the tour guides usually try to promote it that way. So that's how even I remember it.
Right, yeah, I understand that. Well, it sounds like a wonderful country. But tell us, what brought you to Oswego?
So I came to Oswego in spring 2019. That's where I was first enrolled in intensive English program. And the first time I came over here, it was super cold. And we haven't experienced that much snow since 2 years I've been here. So I feel like the snow has decreased. But when I moved over here, my family was more concerned about how cold it would be. And they were like worried about my back because I recently recovered from my back injury. And so the first time I was here, they kept asking me every now and then, like, oh, how is your back going? And after that, it was more like a video call. Like they will just keep asking me, and like every day at night, back home we would have like dinner together. So when I moved over here, it was like I would be on my phone call and they would be back at home eating dinner, and I would be over here eating lunch, and back in India, my sister would be eating late night.
Right. What's the time difference between you guys?
The time difference from here to Tanzania would be like 5 hours, 7 hours.
Oh, okay.
And back in India would be like something like 9 hours.
Yeah. Well, I know you're very passionate about your major, software engineering. Can you tell me why you decided to pursue software engineering?
So the story goes all the way back when I was young. So I got first introduced to the computers back at my father's workplace. And that's where I still remember how computers look like. With the modern evolution, the computers have like gotten slimmer and thinner. But I still remember how the monitors, how big they used to be and how the CPU used to look like. That's where I like had the curiosity of how computers work. And from there, around mid-school, we had like computer back at home. And I also got like in school, we had like computer classes. So that's where I got more time to explore like how my computers like work and everything. And I immediately figured out that I wasn't more like a hardware kind of a person. I was more interested in the screen, and that's how I was like, oh, I would like to major in software engineering, and that's how I ended up coming here.
Oh, that's very nice. And I like that software engineering kind of was started between you and your dad. I love that. Yeah. That's really nice. Well, I think that we should see a little bit about Umang's story. We'll talk about Umang's story after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to International Journey. Our second guest of the night is Umang, who is an international student from Tanzania. So Umang, you talked about coming to Oswego and how you're really close with your father. How was the transition from Tanzania to Oswego? What was your first year like?
So I started my first official year in fall 2019. It was pretty nice. I used to live in Hart Hall. That's where I made most of my international friends from all around the world. And that's where I started living in Oswego. I still remember my orientation days back where I made my close friends. I had 5 of them. I can name drop them.
Yes, please do.
It was Adi, Mayank, Leo, and Isan. The 5 of us have always stayed together like all these 4 years. There have been some other friends who have joined our group, but they were either seniors, so they graduated. And we have some new ones too, but like the 5 of us are known for fall 2019 group, so they were pretty close. And that's how they're the ones who make me feel home away from home. And I also made some other friends that might be also living in Hart. I still remember my first roommate who used to be from Vietnam. And living in Hart Hall was a really nice experience because every now and then, whenever you walk by in the Heart Hall Lounge, you'd always find someone playing pool or having like a talk back at home, or like some people just hanging out. So that was really nice where I started. And I still remember in my first semester too, I joined Heart Hall Community Council. And that's where I was able to meet more other people and connect with them. And from what I remember from my first year is that I also started working in Cooper. That's where I made most of my other friends, I'll say like more American friends from there.
Yeah.
So that's how I got more open to the community. The community is welcoming and very nice. And I also had an opportunity to join other clubs on campus. And I'm in my, 4th year right now?
Yeah.
I've been a part of so many different clubs. Every semester I tend to join different clubs and make more friends over there. And pretty much that's nice.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, so you have all those friends that you're still keeping in touch with now. I know Eason was on our last episode. So you guys are all in touch and everything? No one's graduating yet. They're graduating.
We're all graduating together. So they're like, that's why I mentioned the 5 of us have all been together no matter what. But like there are some other friends who like I would meet them at the club or at an event. It's like really hard to like have so many friends and connect with them often because there are like a lot of them.
Yeah, and we're all so busy. We don't all have time to, meet for lunches and stuff. I understand that.
Yep. So this like over the years, like we have all been RA, so it's pretty hard to like even get all of us together. But we also try once in a while to like meet together, have dinner or like party or hang out together.
Yeah.
So mostly it's like either 2 or 3 of us are meeting at Lakeside or Cooper, and like we commute around. So it's pretty good that we like still stay on top of everything and see each other. Although like we're all RAs and still busy, but like it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I know. I applied to be an RA. I hope I get it. But I know that with the Heart Hall community, what role did you have with that?
I was a student advisor at that time too. And
okay.
Well, it was mostly my friends had other positions, so I was just helping out with them. And it was more like my first skill set role, so it was good.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from it though.
Yeah, and where did you live then your second year?
In my second year, it was more like a COVID year, so I was off campus. Yep.
Where were you off campus?
I was at my sister's place in New Jersey. And
with online classes, you were taking them?
The classes were online for the whole year, so that year when we were supposed to go back, like the campus just shut off, so I decided to go back to Jersey to my sister's place, and the whole year after that, classes were online, so I was pretty much back in Jersey.
Yeah, can you actually talk a little bit more about your experience as an international student during the COVID times? Like, how was that for you?
It was, at first, I heard about it at December, like how the outbreak happened, but then like we were like, it would pretty much get contained. Like I didn't expect it to be that big the way it was, because it really much damaged everybody's life. As an international student, at first it was most of them were like wondering like where to go, because going back home was also like contagious. Like if you get on a flight, they also had problems with that. So some of my friends flew back home and they had to stay back home for a year. I had an opportunity to go to my sister's place because she was close by to me, so I just went to her place. And it was more like not seeing them, it was more like meeting them online over the phone call. It wasn't like you having in touch with them, like seeing them around. It was a little bit hard, but we all got over it, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and it's nice that you were able to stay with your sister. I'm sure your parents were happy about that.
Yeah. They were happy about it.
Yeah. We're in New Jersey, though.
She's in Iselin, New Jersey.
Where is that?
Iselin, near Woodbridge.
Oh, okay. Yep. I am close to New Jersey where I live, so I was curious about that.
Where are you from?
I'm from New City, New York, so downstate. It's, I guess, 45 to an hour from the city. I know people, when they hear the city, they're like, oh, yeah, I know there. But, like, I'm not there. I'm, like, up a little bit. But I can't say I'm upstate because people don't like that. It's downstate. But, yeah, so I know you talked a lot about your friends. You seem to have a lot of fun with them and everything. So do you want to share some memories with them?
Oh, yeah, sure. So pretty much if we would have a busy week, at the first, we weren't that busy, so we would usually go to the lake, have a sunset view. After that, mostly on the weekends, we would be in the library, hitting the books, sometimes have a study session or breaks at Lake Effect Cafe. So we would always like also hang out in each other's room. As I said, we would always go to have dinner at one another's dining, the closest dining hall to them. Other than that, we would be like in the rooms or in the playing pool table in the lounge, because we all love to play pool table. That's one of the hobbies that we all come close together for. And
it's pool.
Yeah,
I like pool too.
Yep. We'd have like an hour or 2 hour long sessions just playing pool. So that's how like some of them didn't know how to play, and I was able to teach them. I wasn't super good at it, but like I found my way to be better. So I tried to teach some of them, and now we're all really good. So it's a really good competition whenever we
That's
play.
fun. Yeah, when everybody knows how to play, you can have a good game going and just enjoy that. Do you like some board games with them or anything like that?
Yeah, we play board games. We hang out pretty much late at night in each other's room. Not just that, we also like each other's company, so we're just hanging out, just having some chit chats. If not that, we would be like partying somewhere in someone's room, going out on bar crawl.
Yeah, the town has a lot of different things to do, so I'm sure you find something there. The parks too, that you can go to. Have you ever been to Brightbeck Park?
Yeah, we have been there.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. So Umang has a video for us, and he's very excited to share. Let's take a look at Umang's memories in Oswego. I loved that video. I saw a couple of different places that I recognized because I was there too.
Yep.
You know, Riggs is actually where I know you from. You're an RA in Riggs, and I live there as well, so it is very nice that we know each other from there. But anyways, can you tell us a little bit about being an RA?
So I got an opportunity to become an RA right after we came back from COVID. I had given my interviews earlier, and I had gotten appointed in Riggs, so that was really nice. Being an RA over here was like pretty challenging for me at first because I just got thrown into a leadership position, which was nice for my own personal growth. I was able to have a growing community over there. I used to work with my RAs, which showed my team leadership skills. I had a great supervisor. They used to give me a super nice feedback of what I need to change, of what I need to set my growth in. Every year, like we would have like we had different supervisors, so I learned everything different from them. That was pretty nice with all of them. And after about a year ago from today, I joined the admissions. It was taking a step out of my comfort zone. I started becoming a tour guide, and that's where I tried to make my communication skills go smooth in. And I got promoted later up after a semester, and now I'm on my phone call duties. And I'm still working in admissions, which is pretty nice. And I've not just worked as RA or just in admissions. I've also worked in dining halls. I've worked in Cooper and Lakeside. All of these departments have different like growth skills which you can grow in. They're all very nice for your interpersonal skills.
I love that. That was so well said. And you know, I really think that you taking yourself out your comfort zone is the biggest thing. And I saw that with Noah when he was talking. So I love that you're doing that here. I feel like that's what college is really for. College experience is to grow and learn you learn for yourself, right?
Yep.
So thank you for sharing that. We heard a lot about your outside activities, but what's something that's going on in your major? Like what projects are you doing with software engineering.
So I'll talk about my major because I feel like I didn't talk about it at
Yeah.
all. So starting from my first year till now, my course is pretty much structured really nice, and at the beginning, I didn't have that many programming skills, but now I can confidently say that I'm fluent in a lot of languages and learned a lot of languages throughout my time over here. And some of the projects I've worked on, I'll start with one which is pretty interesting. It was last semester. I had a course which was known as software design, and we were making a software, and our clients were from IBM. And they were the ones who were like mediating how the project is working and like keeping check on us every week. It was more about like a Discord, pretty much if you've heard about Discord app. So it's like we would like, if someone likes a message, there would be a robot over there on the chat which would pick that chat and put it up on a website, and that website would just be authorized to specific people. So let's say I like a post, and then you can go up there because you'll have the pass to it, and then you'll be able to see the messages. So that's because sometimes, you know, a lot of people spam the Discord channel and you really want to see some important messages. So that's how like you can go on the website and see over there. Or in case if you're like want to use Discord for work purposes, and let's say you're on a vacation and there were like some pretty good news that you want to know or hear about some messages, you could just go into the website after you come back to your work and just go up there and see all the messages. And each emoji would have a specific filter to it, so you'd be able to like see what message you missed, if there would be something important or something about a specific project.
That's really cool.
I also have more if you want to hear about
Yes,
them.
I want to hear all these projects. Keep going.
There was also one more project which I worked on, which was Robot Radar. I worked on it for a whole year. For one semester, it was just like making of it. For the next semester, it was just testing it. It was like a small go-by-go car which would walk around. So there is a car which they sell, but like it's just a robot. It doesn't know anything, so it's basically a dumb robot. But we make it smarter, so we program it that way it can sense the surrounding of it, and it would be able to show the user of what's around. That way it doesn't bump into something or doesn't fall off the ground if it's on a higher ground. So we made that project, and it was a team. Both of this project which I talked about were team projects, and I was one of the members in them, so I won't take full credit for it.
Yeah, of course.
And the next semester, we were like in a pair, and I was able to taste the project. The project had like a little bit of bugs. Of course, we're still learning, so it wasn't super nice or successful. But we were able to clear up the bugs and make it look more sufficient.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Yeah. And this semester, I have two projects which I'm working on. One of them is with related my web services, which is Weathercast. It's more like projecting or showing other information on internet up there. And the other project which I'm working on is Price Vision, is one of my capstone. I'm not going to talk more about it. If you want to know more about that, you have to come to Quest. I'll be presenting over there.
Can you give us a little preview before Quest though? Because I know the viewers at home want to hear about your project.
All right, the only preview I can give is like we'll be predicting stock prices.
Stock prices?
Yes.
Oh, that must have a lot of people on their toes. They're probably very interested in that. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. We're going to hear Umang's final words before we go, but we'll be back after the break.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty.
The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think
can't.
you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of times.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to International Journey. Before we're done with today's show, I just wanted to ask Umang if there's anything else you would like to say before we end.
I would just like to thank you for having me here, thank the whole crew, and thank Helly for producing it, ISA. And I would like to thank my friends and family for supporting and having me in Oswego.
Yes, any friends and family back home that you want to say hello to?
Oh yeah, hi, they'll probably be watching the show.
Yes!
So hi everyone back home.
Oh, love that. Well, thank you, Umang. Thank you, Noah. It was wonderful getting to know you guys and your stories tonight. Thanks to all our viewers at home for watching our show. Be sure to follow our Instagram at isa.internationaljourney. For those on campus, there will be a formal hosted by International Student Association on April 22nd. And the next day is another episode of this great show. I hope to see you there. Till next time, have a great night, everyone.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man. Whoa. Did you know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one. Matthew,
Broadcast news. Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP.
Welcome to Off the Clock. We are so excited to be back for another season. I'm Stephanie Genesi.
And I'm Maddie Durant, and as you can see, we are missing 2 people. Jill unfortunately graduated, and Natalie isn't able to be on the show this semester. But don't worry, because she's going to be back making some surprise guest appearances, so...
As you can see, we have a new girl sitting with us, Cece. Now, would you like to introduce everyone?
Hi, my name is Cece. I like chicken, pasta. Right now, I'm feeling for like a burger, 3 stacks. So
we're hungry today.
Yeah, today. Yep. But yeah, I'm a junior here at SUNY Oswego, so I'm excited.
Yeah. What's your major?
My major is cinema and screen studies, and
yeah.
I like broadcasting. I did it before at my old college, so this is really interesting to me. So I'm glad to be here.
Good.
Very
do you have any
nice.
fun hobbies that you like to do?
Girl, I love to eat.
That's your hobby, is eating.
Oh my God, I can talk about food
pasta.
all day. I love to eat. I like to play volleyball. I like to edit. It's my favorite thing to do. And anything that makes me laugh, to be honest. So yeah. And fun facts. What's the fun fact? I guess I can eat like twice my weight in a day.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's impressive.
Wow. Or scary. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Should we
If
be
you
impressed
give me
or
some
scared?
time, give me some time. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
as you might remember, we have an amazing all-women's crew, so we wanted to introduce you to them. So if you girls want to say your name, your position, and like maybe a fun fact or something about yourselves. So we're going to start right here with our amazing photographer, Erin. So if you want to come out and come to the camera.
Almost stood up.
Hello. My name's Erin Blank. I'm a photographer. Fun fact. I was a Disney cast member.
Love it. Love it.
All right.
All right.
Do you want to take the camera so we can do
steal the
Here, I'll take it for you. All right. Now you want to introduce yourself? I'm not doing this right.
Oh, my bad.
My name's Anna Farron. I'm the floor manager. I'm a sophomore broadcasting major with a minor in sports studies. And my fun fact is that my favorite party trick is doing the worm everywhere I go. So that's that.
I love that.
Can you do a little worm for us?
Right now?
Oh, God.
Okay, watch the chords. Watch the chords.
Hold on. Oh, no.
Yes! All right, that was
that
a slide.
was incredible.
That was a slide.
There you go.
I was not expecting that.
I love that. Okay.
Oh, nice. Well, all right. Well, hard to top that, but we're going to try. Hello, what is your name? Like to introduce yourself?
Janice, I'm operating on camera.
Janice, operating on camera. Okay, here, fun fact, major?
Fun fact, I like hiking.
Okay, very nice. Hiking. Have you hiked anything recently? Anything interesting up here?
Not lately, just classes. I've been too busy.
I feel that. Yep. There's not a lot of mountains up here either, so. All right. Moving into the back row. Oh, wait, no. How can we forget? It's Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, I'm Michelle. I'm teleprompter. A fun fact about me is that I used to tap dance.
Very
in
interesting.
high school. Yeah, it was fun. It was my favorite.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So do you still tap dance, or is it like past hobby?
It was a past hobby. I used to do point, ballet, jazz, but tap was always on the top.
That's very impressive. Goodness gracious.
Okay, we're back.
All right, well, into the back row.
Camera's glitching. Hold on. Go. Is it working? Okay.
Hi. Heard some laughter in here. Should I be scared?
No.
All right. Well,
we know what we're doing.
Okay. We'll find out later.
Hiya. My name is Melinda Brancato. Fun fact about, I'm the technical director, excuse me. And a fun fact about me is that I'm a triplet. I have 2 brothers, and then between step siblings and full blood siblings, I have 6 brothers. I'm the only girl.
Good luck. Good luck.
Hi, my name's Kate. I'm the director for this show. I'm a sophomore studying mass communications and broadcasting with a minor in sales. And Anna Farron's laughing at me behind Cam 5 right now. And a fun fact about me is that I have class every single day with Anna Farron, who's behind Cam 5 right now.
Hi, I'm Melina. I am the graphics operator, and a fun fact about me, I'm gonna steal Melinda's. I'm a twin, so.
A lot of twins on this show.
So your name is Mel. Mel and Mel, and we have multiple births. Okay.
Wait, rephrase that because it makes it sound like you've been reborn a couple times.
So I'm a triplet, which means I had multiple siblings when I was born. We share a birthday.
Right.
She is a twin. She shares a birthday with her sibling. Just similarities are uncanny.
To summarize, they have not been born multiple times. All right, continuing on.
Hi, my name is Chloe Sienna. I am majoring in broadcasting and mass communications. My minor right now is creative writing. We'll see how long that lasts for. I'm the VP for the show, and my fun fact is that I'm also a twin.
Oh
I have a twin brother. Just following the trend.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm the assistant producer. I'm majoring in broadcasting and minoring in sales. And my fun fact is that I have a pet turtle.
I love that. Oh my god. All right, we forgot one. You gotta do one. You gotta do one.
Okay, my name's Michael Griswold. I'm filling in for audio today, and a fun fact is that I'm not a female.
That's very fun fact. Yeah.
My other fun fact is I'm also a twin.
Wait.
I'm also a twin. No, I'm not.
Stop it.
A fun fact, she's a liar.
We're all being left out over here.
Rude.
All right, we can go back out to the front room if Anna wants to lead the way. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Thank you, Erin. Thank you.
And we're back. I didn't realize we had so many twins on
We
this
have
crew,
so many.
guys.
Are you guys twins? Anyone?
I'm not a
Anyone
twin.
here?
Are you
All
a
right.
twin?
No.
Okay. There's
I wish
too
I
many
was.
twins. in
Everyone thinks my sister's
WTOP.
older than me.
Oh, damn.
It's really sad. Yeah.
Okay.
Really sad. She's not.
Well, there's a lot of fun facts. And thank you so much, Mike, for filling in, being our resident man here. Oh, grab the mic.
Thank you, Erin.
All right. Now, Maddie, it's time for your favorite part. Let's
Fit check. Yes. Anna, turn that handheld right back over here. It's time for my favorite part. All right, starting from, top. Start from the top. Okay, all right, do the up and down. Very nice. Okay, starting from the top, we have earrings that I thrifted. They were $1. Yeah, that's all I know about those. Sweater, Tommy Hilfiger, got it about 5 years ago maybe. Still fits. Pants from my mom. I don't know where they're from, but they're nice. Socks, they're very fuzzy. Got them from Christmas from my dad. And boots, also a Christmas present. They are Sperry's. And that's the fit.
Very nice. I like it. You want to go, Cece?
Okay. Full fit.
Love the spin.
You know, college merch, SUNY Oswego. We got the leggings. From Garage. We got Converse and Nike. And my dignity.
Love it. Okay, and then I've got my sweater here from probably Aerie, honestly. A lot of my clothes are from there. And then my leggings too. I think these are from TJ Maxx, to be honest. And then of course the Uggs again. My favorite shoes right now.
Comfy, super comfy.
Heck yeah. Oh, comfy and cute. We love the combo.
All right.
So go anywhere because after the break, we will be picking out some outfits for each other.
They're gonna slide.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to Off the Clock. And over the weekend we had a very fun shopping adventure and tested out our abilities as stylists. So we filmed a little vlog so you can judge and see how we did. Figure out who created the best outfit. A little friendly competition there. So let's roll it. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Alright, so we're about to go to Thrifty Shoppers and we're going to pick out outfits for each other and try them on.
This is going to be a great time.
Really? You've never been to Thrifty Shoppers?
My God.
Okay.
Okay, you're missing out.
Experience.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. I got a dog. Oh, Cece! Can y'all see this right now?
What is going on?
You look like you're about to go racing. Like, this is like what race car drivers have.
Yo, this happens to me all the time in the backseat, so I
You follow. You just fall over.
I didn't even take that turn like crazy.
Story time. I went yesterday to Kenny Dress to pick up my prescription, right? And so I was in the store and there's some woman in the drive-thru and like apparently their speaker is bad, so they can't hear if you're in the passenger seat. And she is just sitting there shouting at the pharmacist, trying to get them to hear. And she can't remember the medicine that she ordered, so she's sitting there shouting pistachios at the pharmacists.
So pistachios? That's what she
She's
wanted
like
from the
pistachio.
pharmacist?
She's like pistachio, pistachio, and they're like, prednisone? She was trying to order pistachios from the pharmacist.
Oh my god.
I was like,
that's interesting.
it was different.
We're
It's
back.
selfie time.
And we got Dunkin' now. Everyone's got their Dunkin'. It's like a sunsetty dream.
Yours is literally.
Oh, Cece's is beautiful. Look at that.
Mine's gonna turn my tongue blue. Let's see. Not blue yet.
Is it good, Cece? See? How is it?
Try mixing it.
Yeah.
Try mixing it. That is not a half.
It's probably like super sweet.
It probably. Is that better?
No, I like it. It smells sweet. I can smell it.
Oh, is that not?
Or one of them.
Maybe it's mine.
I give it a 3 out of 10.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
That's harsh.
It was so pretty.
Hello everybody, we are here at Thrifty Shopper and we're gonna pick out some outfit for please start over. We're picking out some outfits for each other.
Maddie for Steph, Steph for me, and me for Maddie.
Okay. Yes, and then we're going to try them on and show you guys, and we're going to vlog a little bit of it.
No. But 2 points here.
Yeah.
What do you think? 2 points?
It makes your foot look like size 10.
It does. Also, do we like the socks, ladies?
Beautiful.
Do we
I
like
love
the
them.
socks?
Okay, so I found these really cool pants that I think Cece might like actually really like. Like, look at these. These are so cool. They're blue, and they're like, it's a weird material, but I think they're gonna be fun. I just have to find a shirt that might go with it.
Okay, so I'm getting something for Maddie, and I don't know. What is her, I don't know.
Alright guys, it's like mad stressful for some reason. Okay, what do you think for Steph? What do you think? I'm thinking maybe a sweater, but maybe something like cute too, because she does her little, she's got a very like athleisure style going on there. This is actually kind of cute, this sweater. Why do I love the color on it? Not for Steph though, it doesn't scream Steph to me. Alright guys, so I found a shirt. What do you think? I feel like it would really